All right. Now, feel free to yell at us if anything's wrong this time, but
Welcome back
take it away.
to day 3 of the Gauntlet cast, and we've had a lot of things happen while we're gone. Hope everyone's having a good time. Hope there's a lot of deaths in the Gauntlet, and there is a lot of deaths on the ladder. So we're happy to be back with day 3.
Yeah, I'll pull up the ladder here in just a minute, and we can take a look at the carnage at the top of the leaderboards here. Just let it load. But yeah, we did see some deaths from Alkaizer and Exile, two of our top competitors of the Gauntlet, going down. We'll have their rip clip shortly. But yeah, pretty surprising to wake up to.
Absolutely.
Exile died, indeed. Yeah, a bit of an upset there. I did get to see Exile's death. I was actually...
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah, so I won't spoil it too much.
I've been saving myself.
Yeah, it has prompted a little bit of discussion about the difficulty of red maps because they are so brutal. And I know, I think it spooked a few competitors. I heard Jung saying white maps for life. So.
I was very surprised. I wasn't expecting anyone to be in red maps until day 5. So I was very surprised to see Ben and Exile in red maps so early. I'd expected that everybody would stay in white maps until day 5, maybe day 6. So very, very surprising to me that people are in red maps so early.
Yeah, they can, as a reminder, they can sit in that oasis for a long time, but there is a few problems with that. Namely, you aren't getting progression towards things like Sanctum with regards to Eternal Damnation, you know, getting progression towards those boss maps. You are getting less loot from things like Expedition. They do increase in stack size.
Sanctum.
Yeah, so you kind of have to balance ease of difficulty versus just sheer quantity of loot, so... Yeah, I have not seen Alkaizer's death yet, so I'm getting a little bit of chatter.
Let's start with looking at Exile's death so I can get up to date on that.
I guess we can just literally just click the clip here right off the bat.
Wow.
Yeah, well, maybe you can, like, go back a little bit in the VOD just to get a bit of context there, because this is such a high-level rip. But you can see he is doing that expedition, and he is in red maps.
And he put pen on. So it's 15% pen on top of all the other mods, and 30% haste.
Yeah. Now, a lot of the other competitors aren't actually doing expedition in reds, but he just went for it, and as you can see, he gets punished.
This is 30% fire pen.
I'm not sure if it's double fire or if it's...
It is. Yeah, you put 30% fire pen on.
I can't go back like... Oh my god. That's okay.
Just click to like 1203.
1203.
Oh.
That's okay. We'll just look at the clip. It's a little bit easier to navigate. But you can see how quickly he goes down there. And worth pointing out, because this has been analyzed quite a bit, you'll notice he actually gets those arch nemesis obelisks.
Oh.
Yeah, and they are going to inherit things like the pen. I think it was 15 lightning and 15 fire. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, just destroys him there. Just destroys him.
That's crazy. I'm surprised. So, even just in normal Soul, Self, and Hardcore, I actually avoid pen. So I'm surprised he took 2 mods with it in the Gauntlet. That was very surprising to me.
Yeah, I did hear Ben comment saying that's a little bit greedy. Maybe a little bit of disrespect there for Expedition. Because he's not even running Expedition in those reds. He's opting to stay in yellow, which is still super dangerous, but they do less damage, so maybe a bit more manageable.
That's crazy. And for where you can see the bounties, you can go to poeracing.com, and at the top you can click Show Bounties.
Alright, we can get Alkaizer's death here as well. I have not seen this at all, so I have no idea.
Oh, so there is an extra chaos Fizzle Realm. Her Kali touched. Double empowered. So, that is a bird that eats corpses and fires out projectiles. and that does shotgun very, very heavily. So he's just getting hit by like 3 to 5 projectiles multiple times.
It literally one-shot him.
Yeah. And not only did it one-shot him, but it is firing out loads of projectiles. So if the first one didn't get him, the second one would.
That's the GMP coming into play there. So there's 4 additional projectiles in those red maps, although I'm not sure which tier map he's in. We can't necessarily see. He could be doing this in lower tier maps. This is Courtyard, so it is an actual tier 5.
Yeah, I think he's in a tier 5.
He's in a tier... Wait, this is a white map? Wait, for real?
Yeah.
This is the safe spot.
That is a very scary monster and double empowered.
I guess it crit him with the blue juice, but still. Yeah, I wonder if he has anything to say.
Did I get the damn.
Yeah, he didn't know what killed him. He didn't know what killed him.
Damn.
Yeah, I would not expect to die in a white map like that, but there it is. Now we do have a lot more RIP content as well from other competitors in the Gauntlet. We have... do you just want to go through all the
Let's go
rips?
through all the rips, and we can talk a little bit about them and stuff as well. We will probably have quite a lot of time today. I think especially after seeing a lot of these high-level deaths, I think people will have maybe a little bit more respect for how dangerous both yellow and red maps, and even white maps can be, especially while double empowered.
It's good or over.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of players going back down to white maps and farming, maybe being even safer with damage mods and stuff like that. So I think we will also be doing flash bounties today.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, a flash bounty is a bounty made on the go, on the fly, maybe shift some of the priorities of some of the races, try to get them to pivot into doing a flash bounty. We're going to leave it open to suggestions as well from you guys watching, so if anybody has any cool ideas for a quick bounty that maybe some of the top races can pivot to if they want to earn some quick cash in the Gauntlet. So we'll jump on to those rip clips here. We have one from Hikario. Here we go. And it is totally not there. I think it must have been deleted. That's okay. We have one from Rudy.
Oh, so for those that don't know how this boss works, it will fire off a curse. Well, sorry, if you curse the boss, it will fire off a corpse explosion. So if you don't curse it, you don't use a mark on it, it will actually do nothing. It just has that slam that we see here early on, which doesn't do much damage. But if you curse it, it will have a massive high damage explosion. I've seen hundreds of people die to this, and a lot of people aren't aware that it actually consumes your curse, similar to Dodri, and uses it against you.
Yeah, so if he did not press his vulnerability there, he would not have died there. It even says, actually... That's interesting. I wonder if that's because the last hit was Bone Shadow, or if that actually counts. Did he get clean tapped here? I'm just going to double check. I'm curious. I've never seen the suicide message there for that ability. No, I think he actually last hit himself.
Yeah. Yeah, so the explosion takes him down to 10%, and then he kills himself with Bone Shatter.
Oh no, and the boss is like level 1 HP too, so he actually does kill the boss.
The good news is he does get the completion from that, so that's something he has to look forward to.
Yeah, good. Yeah, worth. Very good. Alright, we have a clip from NCC here. Oh no. Is this gonna be a classic?
So a number one thing that can happen here is people panic and trail a trap for too long.
Maybe he's just gonna walk up to a pack of mobs at the trial.
It does look like he's navigating the traps very well.
Oh yeah, so they're gonna torch throw him, right? You can see that AoE overlap shotgun mechanic.
So these are chaos monsters, so maybe he was not very high on his chaos resist, and he gets absolutely obliterated there. So there's a pack of hasted and another pack of chaos monsters.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there. We're just so excited to get that trial. We have a rip clip from Real Snow Kitty. In Shambles Death Counter. Oh, they're talking skadoosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
we know
they're
Skadoosh.
talking about your build. Apparently, this is a build guide from YouTube potentially.
What is that monster? It's overwhelmed. No, it's dead. Oh.
I wonder if we'll see another one of
There's the
volatiles.
volatiles.
They do so much damage.
Yeah.
I didn't think they even did that much damage. Huh. Is it really just the yeah, it is just the
Absolutely.
volatiles. Wow. I honestly didn't even know those did damage.
That is a lot of damage. Yeah, we know Skadoosh very well from when we had that V-Rising server. He was our arch nemesis.
We have a clip here from Chicken Times.
Wow, look at the timing. That's right after Rudy died.
Yeah, we just watched that clip.
Oof.
So, dying in Blood Aqueduct is unfortunate because this is one of those zones you like to farm. So this is a zone you normally like to farm and get a bit of extra levels, but because it has all those Gauntlet mods, it's actually super dangerous, and you can see those obelisks take him out. Similar arch nemesis modifier to what killed Exile. Similar situation.
Apparently we heard that Karn looted a doctor in white maps yesterday, which I didn't even think was possible.
Well, maybe, I guess because it's not a natural drop, it could be from like a stack deck or an arch. It could be one of those big, the div card explosion.
Right.
Similar like a divine explosion.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where he would have got it from, but that's crazy.
Honestly, Headhunter could be very good in this. Obviously not for bossing, but for
magic
gear
funding.
prep and for MF, yeah.
We have Chicken Times again. So this is probably after he leveled. No, this must be an early one.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh,
And he actually survives the slam.
yeah. Did he leap slam that or frostblink that? Wow. So that was... Now, Frostblink's an instant movement skill, which means that he died at the same time as he dashed there. And because it's instant, the timing was just dead on, so...
That's crazy.
Rip,
Well, you got touched by God, and you don't want to let God touch you.
Alright, we have Philip Way with a second rip in the Gauntlet here. We are seeing a lot of players up to farm Harbour Bridge before Solaris and Lunaris. I think people are aware of how dangerous that fight is. And as we just saw, Blood Aqueduct is not a safe farm zone. Although I guess neither is this. Yeah,
Getting
rip.
stunned down, and he is cursed here as well when he dies. So obviously we do not know if he's res capped, but they do elemental damage.
Yeah, and he is frozen, as well. So
That curse might have helped with that, because does that come with chance to freeze as well, or just lower resistances?
it does give chance to freeze. So
Damn.
we have a rip hit from Hands. He is in yellow maps, so we are going to see that haste coming into play. It is absolutely insane. Oh no!
Ah.
I'm curious if he felt the lag and decided to log, or if he thought he was actually in risk of dying there. Oh no, he felt the lag, you can see.
Yeah, so he's already disconnected at this point. You see his latency bar goes up, so he was already dead, basically.
Well, they can't actually see because we're in the way a little bit, unfortunately. But I can't really do much
No,
about
it's
that.
okay. You can take our word for it, but the latency bar spikes a little bit before he jumps in. So he jumps in and...
Yeah, worth pointing out, Gucci's in chat, and he's pointing out the Singapore Gateway there, which from personal experience, having played with Gucci on the Singapore Gateway, it is pretty dog shit. So, yeah, potentially not even his fault with the internet, could just be the gateway.
That is unfortunate.
So, and you can see there, there's not much he can do. It is what it is.
It didn't even keep him in long. That wasn't even a full 6 seconds. So
No.
very unlucky.
Love, hate, and rip here. Love and hate here with a rip.
Oh.
The classic.
We have seen several deaths to Valenta so far, and
Yeah, they all fight the boss, and as the projectiles converge onto the boss, they stand in between Valenta and this barrage of projectiles from that multi-proj.
and what you saw there, like that kind of feeling with the projectiles coming towards you, the returning projectile, if you will, is actually why I really did want monsters to be able to have returning projectiles this gauntlet, to make it a little bit rippier, and I thought that would be fun. Sadly, it did break the game and didn't really work on a lot of projectiles. So it would have been interesting to see how different the game would have been with returning projectiles.
Yeah, we have a rip here from Chocobo Chimpy. I think we've seen a clip from him before, potentially a close call or a death, but yeah. Rip.
Was that the Weaver Balls again?
It'd be funny if this is another clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is a separate clip. So I think this is the second death to the Weaver.
Weaver is very hard.
Yeah. You can see, actually, potentially, if we get the... yeah, you can see those projectiles flying out there. That web attack, that is what is killing him there from the shotgun. We have a rip here from Cyrax. Another potential curse rip. Yeah. Just as as a reminder, don't curse this boss in the Gauntlet. It does too much damage. You can't afford to tank it.
I wonder, do you think it is people are unaware of the mechanic that the curse explosion is firing out when you curse? Or do you think people are just not expecting that amount of damage from the explosion and that they'd rather kill the boss faster?
I think normally people maybe have suppression and it might be expel, so they normally just tank it. Because if this used to one-shot us, and then it does half damage after suppression, which makes it kind of tankable. But you can't tank that in the Gauntlet. Even if they had spell suppression, you might not be able to tank it with those extra damage mods.
A lot of people in chat are saying they're unaware. It's interesting because I can't remember cursing this boss for the last 4 or 5 years. So it's very surprising to me to see people cursing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so used to not cursing it or tanking it with spell suppression.
Yeah, an immortal build. Yeah.
We have Pokey26. I'm gonna try. There we go. Maybe. Wait, is this a different clip? Hang on, I just have to.
Gucci is personally blaming me for a lot of the deaths there, saying if I died more to this, people would know.
Okay, don't worry. All right, that clip's just in there twice for some reason. All right, V Dark Lord. I was thinking maybe it's the same like sort of rip there, but.
So somebody in chat asked, can you get a quick overview on what bosses you want to avoid cursing? It is literally just that one and Dodori are the only ones that have an interaction with curses. This one is incredibly dangerous. Another disconnect death. So if the connection was a little bit more stable here, he would have survived. Surprisingly, Gucci is actually the one I've seen that logs out at the craziest moments and survives, which kind of lucky, I guess, because he is on Singapore. But a lot of the time gets out in time with insane reactions. So I remember Gucci had a death where he had like 10 life left, standing in a dot, logs out, still alive. So he definitely does log in time here. But
do you know what kills him?
Yes, so it's like these have the most deadly thing. This is what almost killed me at the start of Affliction this league. And since then, I've really not enjoyed fighting them. So there's a lot of like different waves on the ground. And they do a large amount of damage. And I had a similar thing that almost killed me on day 1.
I don't think I've even seen this ability before. I've seen the Ice Spear, but this is not the Ice Spear. I've literally never seen this before.
I have.
Oh, shit. Alright, we have a rip from Zyroth Gaming here. Doing death and taxes.
Interesting. Honestly, it's been a while since we've seen somebody die to that. Oof.
So you can see, normally that's not what you see people die to. You see people die to the Ice Nova. But you see he just tanks that, no drama. If I go back a little bit, you can see he'll just tank the Ice Nova. But he does stand still and eats all those storm calls. This looks like it would be a yellow map, by the way.
Yeah.
Which is why there's so many.
And they're so fast. And another thing that a lot of people don't know, which is a surprise to a lot of people in Gauntlet, and we especially see this with bosses like Solaris, and that is that whenever a monster gets haste, it bypasses their cooldown and sometimes ignores it entirely. So maybe something that's a spell they can only cast every 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah.
They have no cooldown on.
Kind of unfair, Zizaran. Kind of unfair. We have a rip here from Kaifa Zilman. Dying to Abarath there. I think the ads, just the ads alone, maybe. Oh no, I think he dies to the double
Everything.
swipe
Yeah.
just before the boss dies.
There's so many things happening here. Like the boss is attacking, the ads are attacking, all at the same time, getting a little bit overwhelmed here.
Yeah, I recognize that movement. He attacks once, twice, and they both AoE overlap, and then he does a fire breath. So it's that deadly combo. With I think we saw Rise die to this in a previous Gauntlet even.
Yeah.
That is super deadly.
We do have the Pokey clip is working now, so we'll look at that later.
Yeah. A rip here from Kryleos. No, never mind.
Flashbang, get down!
Yeah. So some of these clips, obviously, I guess, may or may not be working.
Wow.
That's the thing you're talking about.
Yeah, so this is not my fault. This is GGG's fault. So it's very popular to reset the Foothills. And GGG are well aware of this, so they actually nerfed it. And how do they nerf it, do you ask? Did they make it impossible to farm Foothills for Betrayal? No, they added 1 or 2 packs literally right on the waypoint to make it harder to reset. So you can see that this pack is right on top of the waypoint. So when he clicks it, instead of moving away...
He's like, what the heck?
And they're overwhelmed Fizz.
You can see his eyes kind of like...
And this is actually Steel Mage's fault because he made such a point of farming Foothills and then it got nerfed right after. Coincidence? I think not.
And you can see he's like, what? He's like, what? Yeah, that's brutal. And then we did have that Pokey Rip from earlier. Maybe, potentially, yeah. Oh, I don't think this is on the console. This is just with the console UI. So you can actually hook up a controller to your computer.
I deserve death for using a controller.
Oh no, dude. Oh no.
Honestly, though, very cool to actually do that. I cannot imagine.
Maybe he was making a point. You know, maybe that was the challenge.
Maybe that should have been a
with the
bounty.
controller.
Very cool. I didn't even know you could do that.
Alright.
Controller PoE, very impressive. Alright. Well, we are back to different screens here. We can see Ben has opted to go back down to white maps, and I believe he has his full completion, obviously invitations aside, so he's probably rocking a little bit over 110 Atlas points, I would say. Yeah, he is farming white maps. This is what we were expecting a lot of players to do for quite a while. Personally, was expecting people to do white maps until day 4 or 5. So surprised to see so many people were in red maps early on. We do have Karn as well, just like doing some Gwen and Gamba, and Goratha, we can see in the top left, has a lot of divination cards that he's farming, and he has a pretty staunch wish list there of a lot of high-end items like a Taste, Lightning Coil, and a Mage Blood.
Yeah, now, interesting to know, Ben went back to white maps for a reason. So he's actually magic finding, or as close to it as you can do in the Gauntlet. He has got what he needs from those higher tier maps, and he's actually gone back. I'm not sure specifically what he's farming. I think he did have a... Maybe he's potentially fishing for a Defiance of Destiny. I know he wants an Eternal Damnation, so I suppose he can't get Defiance of Destiny at this tier.
No, he's in 72.
So I'm not sure specifically what he's farming.
So apparently he wants a Cephal's Frame, a Fusings, and yeah, he just wants a 6-link.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
And Eternal
That does
Damnation,
make a lot
which
of
he
sense.
can get here.
Yeah. The Saffles is going to give him that spell block, which is going to synergize with his Born Offering and Temper Shield, giving him cap spell block, which is going to be insane for some of these Ubers, and it's giving him max res, which I guess that's the tech, right, with the Saffles.
And he is doing pretty high maps here with the 6,000 juice on the tier 5 map.
Yeah, like I said, he's actually genuinely, magic finding a little bit, trying to get some rare drops here.
Yeah, and we can see like it is stacking up quite a lot. He's getting a lot of currency, gonna make rolling Garrett a lot easier. And I think Steel was hoping to see a lot more people magic finding, which is what we're gonna see coming into play today.
Yep. Now, I do want to take a look at Ben's gear, because I did overhear him talk about how, in terms of rare gear, he seems pretty solid now. So I imagine he won't be getting too many big upgrades other than that Saffles and the 6-link chest he's going to make. But otherwise, I did hear that he was quite confident that he'll go in with the gear that he's got for the most part.
Yeah, let's go take a look at Ben's gear. Karatha is as well in white maps. And yeah, Carnage is gambling. Picking up a Redeemer helmet there.
Alright. And yeah, just as a reminder, we did see that rank 1 death. He has gone again, same with Alkaizer, so hopefully we can see them back on the ladder. But we'll take a look at Ben's character here. I'll just double check it's 100%. Okay. So, he has not actually upgraded his weapon.
It's a pretty good weapon already.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. With Volatile Dead of Seething, he can't really... He's not scaling crit, and it's corpse-based fire damage, so it's not going to work with things like spell damage. So he really... I guess he just needs cast speed, that minion damage for that global damage
Flat
mod.
would affect it, right?
What was that?
Flat to spells would affect it.
Yeah, but I suppose it wouldn't affect it substantially enough that... Well, and he already has that mod anyway,
Yeah.
so... Yeah, I guess not too much extra scaling that he needs there. Now, we have seen this chest previously, although it does now have implicits, but he is going to go for a 6-link, and he is opting to wait for those 1500 fusings to bench. Now, I never bench, but this is a race scenario.
I bench in races.
Yeah. So, obviously, if you don't want to risk it, you can safely get those 1500 fusings before you boss, and then guarantee it. It does mean you won't get an early 6-link, but these races practice on a 5-link, and that's all they need until they start doing the bosses.
Now, it is worth noting as well that not every racer has the streamer client like Steel Mage. That is why a lot of people opt to bench, whereas Steel Mage knows exactly how many fusings he's going to use beforehand.
So we see some pretty basic rings here.
A lot of Chaos Rest.
Yeah. I'm curious if he'll go for catalysts. I mean, he has some catalysts on here, but I'm wondering if...
I wouldn't be surprised to see the left ring getting reforged. Especially because it already has that catalyst quality.
Yeah. I would be surprised if these are what he bosses with, but... Yeah, I guess we'll see. And his... now, this is a solid amulet, but I think he is planning to replace this with Eternal Damnation.
Yeah.
With that Saffles as well. He has got a new helmet.
Very good helmet now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is a Rogger's Pog or if it's just an essence. But we can see the
life regen
pretty much
there.
perfect.
Yeah, pretty much a perfect helmet. Like, is that tier 2 or tier 1 life regen, tier 1 lightning res,
I'm pretty sure it's
tier 1 suppression, and the 13% physical damage as elemental. Very strong. Tier 1 life? Or does it go to 90?
I can't remember now.
But very, very nice helmet nonetheless.
Yeah. Still rocking... Actually, I think this is new. He has changed it to go for a spell crit shield. So he does want that consistent EO. I'm pretty sure he's not crit, just EO.
Yeah.
But I guess the reason why... So he might want to get a crit on the Scepter. That could be one of those mods he could be looking for, especially when he gets that Saffles going, because he no longer has the boot enchant. Boot, glove, and helmet enchant got removed this patch, replaced with trans gems in terms of power, but we no longer have that utility from the crit if you haven't crit recently, which is a bit... I guess it's a nerf to EO in a way. He does have the Helm mod there to help out, though.
Yeah, other than that, so basically, so far, the shield, helmet, and chest are most likely things he's going to keep for the rest of the game. The boots as well are quite nice, but we are not seeing any suppression here, but obviously he does not need that. He could be looking to get better boots with suppression to be able to drop and trench as the Anoint.
Okay. And yeah, we did see this glove yesterday. So.
Would be expecting to see the gloves recrafted using Divine Orbs to get better prefixes.
Yeah, he does have a lot of Divine Orbs compared to his fellow races, so he can afford to do a bit of crafting there. Not sure how many he has left, but he might be able to recraft that, like you said. And I do know he has a Hunter Leather Belt that he is crafting, so he is planning on replacing this, perhaps using Energy Shield from another source. Maybe... I'm not sure if Saffles has much ES, so... Maybe he just doesn't need the flat on here anymore. Maybe he's good.
Yeah, so having that 150 ES regen while a rare or unique enemy is nearby might be enough. And what we might see instead might be reduced mana cost Elveon rings eventually, because both his rings did look fairly replaceable. So getting an open prefix on those is not a huge ask, especially when you have that many divines. So we can like show people real quick in Craft of Exile how we might see people make amethyst rings that do have an open prefix like that, because that's actually a pretty easy thing to make. when you do have access to a lot of divines, which Ben does. So we can open up an amethyst ring there, and we'll show you how we would craft a ring like this.
Yeah, so rings are a very deterministic craft because of the veiled modifiers, blocking, and the ability to target craft modifiers. So because of... Now, I'm not sure if he was going to use Harvest. I assume he would have been.
Harvest for Reforged Chaos is most likely how people start. And there's a couple options. You can try to target farm an open suffix. So a lot of people will maybe want like minimum endurance charge and things like that. And then this ring would actually be really good, where you could do you could annul off the rarity of items found. Do suffixes cannot be changed,
Or just destroy it.
It is now dead.
But this is pretend.
Yeah, so the other option, there's a few options. A lot of people, or most people I should say, will be going for a veiled prefix. That would be the most common thing here. But you do have options, which is pretty cool. Or actually, it's a prefix. You do have options. So you would do suffixes cannot be changed. And then you could use a veiled chaos orb, and that can give you a veiled suffix. Like this. Now, obviously, sadly, the prefixes are filled, but this could give you endurance charges, making a pretty good ring. And the alternative way is to continue doing Reforged Chaos until you're getting very good suffixes. So, especially if this Chaos Rest was higher, this could be something that we would see people keep there. Like, some people will want stats, some people will want just triple resistances, and then you do suffixes cannot be changed, a Veiled Chaos Orb. And a really good thing that you can do now is you craft mana, and you are, I think you have an 8% charge chance.
Yeah, 80%, 70%. That's funny though. So this can happen because there's only 4 outcomes: flat, 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 and life. He happened to get flat, flat, flat.
Yeah, so it's
now,
80...
if you watch me do it, you'll
Just
see. If you watch me do it, you'll see instantly I get the life. So you know, it helps if I do it. And then you're free to craft on whichever prefix you want, whether it be damage or mana cost reduction. So.
Yeah, so instead of being able to get tier 1 life, you do get tier 2 life effectively, but you do have an open prefix, making it very easy to craft that Elrond thing. And this is a very safe bet. I'd say I get the majority of my rings this way, opting out to have 10 less life. And for a lot of builds, that mana regen per second adds up because that is base mana regen. So honestly, quite strong as well.
Yeah. All right. We can take a look at the ladder board as a whole. Just take a look and see how it's progressed while we slept. So we have Havoc in rank 3 now.
And there are so many Juggernauts. Havoc being rank 1 Juggernaut, absolutely crushing it with Bone Shatter. And honestly, I was not expecting to see this much Bone Shatter, but I guess a lot of these people are not expecting to boss. So we are just seeing that people are opting to go like a little bit slower and having reduced boss capability in order to just race for like 1995.
Well, hear me out. Well, I think Havoc's going for bounties, but I do think it's possible to boss, just not the Ubers. And there's a decent enough chance that we, I mean, personally, I was looking at those Uber mods last night, and there's a good chance we don't see a single Uber kill. It wouldn't even surprise me. We don't know how that Atziri mod's going to come into play. It might just be too hectic. It might be a bit of a slaughterfest. So if you're after the base clear of the Gauntlet, I think Jug can do that. We've seen it perform very well in previous Gauntlets. And I think it can just handle those red mods. So, I mean, obviously it can.
I hope we get to see somebody attempt to, Bruce.
I think we'll see someone attempt it. I just don't. I'm not. I mean, oh yeah. I'm just. Can you press the off button there? It's actually getting toasty in here.
Oh, how was it?
Yeah.
What did I click?
Yeah, he's blind. It's the third button on the left, and then okay. Yeah. All right.
Oh, you're heating up.
It's too hot in here.
It is hot. Yeah, I will be playing in the league later today, attempting my first campaign run after this cast. Obviously, now that we are on day 3, say day 3 and 4 will be a little bit of a lull where we'll have a lot of people farming gear. We'll do a little bit of theory crafting and things like that with you on stream. And we are also going to be doing flash bounties to sweeten the pot a little bit. So we'll be coming up with bounties to try to kill the contestants.
Yeah. Now, I do want to point out, we do have an Eater kill. from NN. I was able to.
Wow, I would love to see that.
See that. So we'll get a VOD there at some point.
So if but he is using Summon Raging Spirit, so he cannot submit that for points. But that would put him at tied for rank 1 right now.
Well, it's a
early.
quest eater. Does that even count?
No.
So it wouldn't count for points anyway. But it does get him that first Watchstone, and it is technically the first boss of the Gauntlet in a way.
And he does have a 6th thing. Honestly, not a bad one at all. Going for a lot of block and effective offerings.
And he does have that 21 SRS. No quality, I think, but...
So quality on Summon Raging Spirits is not bad. It is that it has a chance to cast additional SRS.
I guess he'll be... I was thinking maybe he might go for 2120, but I guess it's not a priority for him. He's going for Determination. I'm seeing a lot of the races go for that 21 Determination just to get as much Fizz as possible.
Honestly,
he does have an
nice
upgraded
weapon.
wand now, though. You can see the minion damage, attack, and cast speed there. This could be as close to an endgame wand as we could see. He might be using that all the way.
I personally would be surprised to see that because you do have so many days to farm Fear Essences. So getting a 3 stat, like an additional 3rd stat there, would not be too surprising to me. Especially movement speed, which I believe you can get on wands and not just rings.
Not 100% sure.
I can't remember. I haven't played minion builds enough to remember. Very nice gloves. The boots will probably get replaced. The amulet will definitely get replaced. The shield is quite nice. A little bit sad with the life there. If that had 60, 70 life, that would be a very hard one to replace.
Yeah. Not insane gear, not bad gear. Somewhere in the middle, which is where I'd expect most races to be at this point.
And he's probably going quite a lot for Rug right now, hoping to get a +2 minion helmet.
And we do have our new rank 1 jug.
Tanu Ahi.
Yeah, so there's interesting tech here. I've never really used it, but it's something to do with leech and self-damage and overleech and all this kind of stuff. But you can essentially get it to continuously proc that adrenaline and onslaught, which is a massive defense and damage buff. So that's very, very nice.
Yeah, adrenaline gives you 100% increased damage, and I believe it's 15% fizz reduction?
10%.
10.
But yeah, weapon's very mid, nothing special. Worse weapon than Alkaizer.
Okay, rings.
A bit of a weird amulet.
Agility, is that 30 dex?
Pretty, yeah, I wonder if it just dropped with the Anoint, probably, right?
Yeah, there's no way he farmed it.
Oh, actually, maybe he... That could be a betrayal swap because it's crafted, so...
Oh, true. It definitely is. It definitely is.
I guess he was just gambling because there was a non-zero chance he gets something like this.
Apparently we should check his tincture. Wow.
Wow! Oh, man, I've been farming all league for this. Culling Strike, Rage, and Phasing. What?
That is probably the best thing that we've seen anyone have from the Wildwood so far.
Maybe
that
Khan
is quite
with his
rare.
Suppression Max Res was also competitive with that, but... Wow, that's a very nice combo. He's gonna be happy about that. But yeah, his chest is pretty bad. He'll be looking to replace that like ASAP. I mean, the armor's
Very
low.
little armor.
The life is a negative stat for him because he could be getting that life mastery. So a pretty bad chest, honestly. There's a huge room for improvement there.
Yeah. Very bad boots.
I'm wondering if...
Very mediocre gear in general.
I'm wondering if this is the case is he's running those tier 5 maps. I'm wondering, maybe he's just stuck in white maps, maybe farming currency and saving for a big base farm.
Ben just got a 6 thing and split it.
Yeah, we did mention he was going to bench it, and that's exactly what he did as we were talking about it. So he'll be crafting that up and maybe getting a big upgrade.
Do we know if that was an item level 86 chest?
Ben's, yes. Like, it wasn't the one he was using, it was a different one.
Very nice.
I do want to see Khan's gear as well. Now, if I know Khan, the way I know Khan, he will be farming for Tainted Pack Swap at some point.
Yeah.
The classic amulet. It's only got him killed indirectly like 3 times, but I think he's mastered it. He's ironed out all the kinks. He knows exactly what will kill it and what won't. And it is actually extremely strong.
And before we continue with that, somebody asked in chat, why split it? So splitting a 6-thing is really nice because it just gives you an additional base to craft on. And if he does die, which there is a very heavy chance he does, he will be leveling back up, and it'll probably only take him somewhere like 7 to 10 hours to get back up to like 1995, and then he has a new 6-thing for that character. There's also something you can do called leapfrog crafting, where you get like a pretty usable or really, really great chest on one, and you don't maybe want to risk annulling or crafting further, and you continue on the other chest.
Alrighty, so we're seeing Khan with a very, very, very respectable axe there. Very
that must be over 600.
We can take a look here. It has not updated yet. Yeah, so that is why I'm looking on the official site here. Doing some quick maths in my head. 800 divided by 2, 610. It's about 650 if I had to take a stab in the dark. 650, 700 with that extra impale chance. So very, very nice, and that accuracy roll, which we do know Khan needs with precise technique. So that's excellent.
That's actually might be his endgame max.
Well, no. You want to know why I think it's not his endgame max? Because Khan farms like crazy. He'll be farming like a 900 fizz DPS X with Warlord Exalts. So you would think this would be an endgame max for Khan, but I know Khan, and he's gonna...
Oh, it does not have poison chance.
Yeah, see? So he's gonna farm for like 15 days, and the Gauntlet's only not, 8 days left, so... Or 7 days left, so yeah, hopefully not. But yeah.
Karn stalling is second only to Steel Mage. Yeah, still got those like very high accuracy rings. Not a lot of life on them. A pretty decent amulet, especially with that armor. I do feel like that is a bit of an underrated stat. Getting high, like it goes up to 36 or 39 armor and evasion on your amulet, and that is fairly substantial.
Yeah, still definitely needs a lot of upgrades, so he'll definitely be in that stage of farming gear.
And he's
still
using charms. Let's see if... Oh, he is incubating a 6-thing armor item.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
No, it is only item level 68, so...
Right, yeah, he will be going for a lot of gear. He does have that Wormfluss, though, so... Not too bad.
Let's look at his charms.
True. He did find that insane Wildwood charm the other day. This one here.
Yeah.
We did show this off the other day. 12%, which is the max roll for reservation efficiency with +1 max res. And he does actually get a lot of max res on his tree. So that is actually useful. He can... Yeah, it looks like he's actually chosen to stack fire res. So I'm not sure how much he would have, but it would be like 82 if I had to take a guess. Maybe even higher. And then he has the charm from yesterday with the Chaos Res and the attack speed.
Incredible.
Alright.
We see, other than Juggernauts, I think it's a pretty good split of builds on the top of the ladder.
We can take a look at Jung Roan, see how he has progressed. And he is playing a very interesting build, and I know he's been doing a lot of white map farming to get as much currency as possible. But he is playing an Ice Nova Frostbolt build using returning projectiles on the Frostbolt to repeat echo casts on the Ice Nova to get massive single target. It's a little bit clunky, but clunky builds with infinite damage and Giga Tank is kind of Jung Roan's thing.
He does have an even better chest now, and a really cool thing about him using Bitter Dream is that he does not need any sockets on his chest, and he wants to have that empty anyway to get that doubling bonus, which sort of double benefits a Trickster. So this is basically an 800 ES chest for him. And he has that incredibly good helmet. Quite a nice shield. We will probably see him get a new shield.
Definitely.
Yeah, still rocking that insane
amulet. It's going to be very hard to replace that.
That would be very hard to replace. I am surprised to not see him go for an extra 10 life on the amulet there. A power ring, honestly, I would maybe see him corrupt that eventually. Could also get all res. A lot of cool corruptions. 4 rings. This left ring here probably going to be replaced very soon.
Well, here's the thing. I know for a fact he's going CI, so he will be replacing all Chaos Res on his gear.
Right.
So we'll see a big pivot in gear. I'm not too surprised to see this level of gear from him because it's all getting replaced. It's all going down the dumpster can, being replaced by that CI gear.
Yeah, and he does have the bark skin with Lessons of the Season and Oath of the Magi, which he will need to have. So he will not be looking for charms, which does free up a lot of like farming time. Like everybody else that will like have to go in there and look for the primalist and try to get something good will be using a lot of time for that. And we
Yeah,
do
I'm
see...
assuming he's going to run a tincture at some point, though.
Yeah. Wait, tincture?
Yeah, this is the tincture ascendancy.
Yeah, but why would he use the tincture on a spell?
True. My brain farted.
I was like, am I missing something? Steel knows something I don't?
Yeah, I totally brain farted there.
Nah, you're good.
Apologies.
You're good.
XTD.
That is the thing about Path of Exile. The game is just so large that remembering everything all the time is very difficult.
I'm just so used to my Trickster, and I do have that tincture. I'm doing the exact same build, but with an attack. So I'm just so used to having that tincture. It would be huge for him, but yeah, unfortunately.
I would be expecting he's probably going to pick up a cluster jewel here at some point. And at the moment, he has like a lot of like closed jewel slots, and this one's for just 1 point. So surprised he hasn't gotten like a 7% life jewel or something just early on. It's something I like doing.
Well, he's probably not running Harvest.
Yeah.
Can't really get a life jewel without Harvest, unfortunately.
Yeah, other than that, we can go look at a Sky Deep, the rank 1 Scion. Level 25 overall on the ladder, rocking that SRS build.
Make sure you check the thingy because it needs to update.
True. 2020 gem. Fractured base.
Definitely going to be looking to reroll that though with Fear
I mean,
Essences.
this is so easy to upgrade. Just one single Fear Essence, which I'm surprised that Sky Deep does not have by this level. Just one deafening, and you would have a very large weapon here with obviously the chance to hit +1 fire. No +1 minion helmet here, which is especially surprising to me because the life is fractured, so getting +1 minion, not too big of an ask when it's so easy to farm a large amount of
even
essences.
the +1 is very rare. It is a low weighting. As I'm sure you're aware, you never got a... You took
Well, I never got +2, but I think I had like 20 to 30 +1 helmets. Very nice right ring here. A lot of people will be looking to get a large amount of strength just to get extra life. So, very nice. But a lot of this gear is fairly low. Honestly, the shield, though, quite nice. 22% suppression with that tier 1 life roll.
That's pretty much all it's got, though. I don't think you would need the attributes in the mana region, so... It's basically a 2-stat shield, but it's got that suppression which he needs.
A granite flask with just an open suffix here. For no reason.
I did notice that also hard to come by. So obviously we know that the Wildwood drops a ton of currency, but you can't run the Wildwood because you're gonna die. We saw Alkaizer, a juggernaut, and one of the best bone shatter jugs the best actually in the entire game.
Yeah.
And he died in a tier 5 map to Wildwood. So
I'm surprised he doesn't augment it. That's weird. Maybe
it can roll things like less bleed, and he's probably in the process of rolling it.
Yeah, you're right. See, I wonder what ascendancy he's gone for the charms. So he's got that onslaught. That'll be up most of the time, and then 20% offering effect and 5% spell block. Honestly, a pretty respectable charm setup early on there. And he is rocking that Necromancer with Pathfinder, so he will be getting fast charges back, which is very nice early. Yeah, pretty respectable. So that is the rank 1 Scion. And we can see he's 2 levels above any other Scion. NN is 3 levels above any other Templar. Havoc is 1 level above Say Bye Bye. Karn is 1 level above Pucker Win. And I think so far the most competitive in this moment is the Rangers, all being level 90. Garotha being level or rank 1 there. Did we look at Garotha's gear?
No, not yet.
Let's do that. Ooh, wow. Featuring a Death Rush, which is incredible.
Dude, he's already running Divination Distiller and Goldworm.
Wow.
Actual magic find, dude. Actual magic find.
Fully MFing. And Death Rush is incredible because not only is he getting that 4% lifeform kill, topping him up all the time, and he gets that adrenaline for the damage reduction as well. So extremely strong early. Very mediocre chest. He doesn't really need a 6-figure thing, but yeah, his bow is incredible. So he must have gotten that porcupine finished and made a +3. So I guess he's also done Care Blade to get cannot roll attack mods. Helmet is very mediocre, but does have that 35 rarity actually, so I shouldn't speak so soon.
Yeah, and he can get that Yanis craft on there too for an additional 50.
Oh, very nice. +1 chaos. Honestly, a pretty respectable amulet.
Yep.
That one's fine as
Very
well.
nice ring.
Very nice.
Mostly just for Riz, which does make sense with the gold worm and the Death Rush.
Yeah. Reduced fast charges is nice.
And actually very nice gloves.
Yeah, +1 AoE for that Toxic Rain there. Is he rocking a 21 Toxic Rain? He is not. And he is leveling up, actually getting pretty close to hitting. So he's gonna hope to get a lot of GCPs here. So probably a lot of the contestants that are going for a 2120 of their main gem will be picking up every single gem they find, because you can sell gems with quality, and once the total quality of the gem sold match up to 40, then it will sell for a gem cutter prism.
Yeah, or you could just run lab. Probably not a bad way to do it.
What is that helmet? I would never pick that up. So the reason he's using that is for the 35% rarity. So he is doing Magic Find right now, trying to get a lot of the uniques that he wants, like a Taste of Hate, etc., Mage Blood, and we'll be going for that. And then, let's see, is he the Charm Ascendancy? No, he is the Magi.
Just going for the Blessing, it makes sense. So when you don't have access to Taste of Hate and Lightning Coil, you do need to run armor, so it makes sense that he's running that Wildwood Ascendancy, because normally right side of the tree builds don't get any armor, so even if you were to run Determination, you're only going to have like 9k armor, which is not very good. With that Wildwood, that's going to bump that all the way up to like 15k, maybe even 18k around there.
Getting a lot of rest from this Charm here. 10% all res and 13 fire.
Yeah, and he doesn't have much suppression on his gear, but as we've talked about, the suppression is mostly going to come from his Ascendancy. So that's going to do with a lot of the, sorry, not the Ascendancy, the right side of the tree with Inveterate and the pathing through the suppression wheels and everything like that.
And we do see quite a lot of deaths now on the top 50 on the ladder. Probably like 10 deaths, I'd say.
Yeah, we don't want too many people to die, so we can hopefully get to see some of those early boss fights.
We don't want people to die.
I don't. Okay. To be clear, I don't want people to die. He does. Okay. I like to see boss fights, so I'm hoping
I do also want to see boss fights.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see some of the top 50 get into some of those entry level boss fights, like Maven, Uber Elder, Shaper, Exile Eater, those kind of fights.
Yeah, and for those that don't know what this dollar amount is, that is the dollar amount of the bounties that person has collected. So Exile has picked up $450 in addition to whatever he wins for ladder position, and then Alkaizer with the 500, etc. So we have two people here, MPM and Garatha.
Not sure what Garatha actually claimed. We can take a look if you switch tab there.
Oh yeah, he got the brush paint and palette and Sybil's Paw.
Nice. Some of those bounties are coming from the sponsors of the Gauntlet. That one coming from Displayed, I believe.
Yeah, actually, we can take this time to play a Displayed ad, and we do have quite a lot of cool Displayed bounties as well that are still up for claims. Is everything bleak in the Gauntlet and it's got you a bit depressed and down? Brighten up your walls and put a Displayed on them. But wait, there's actually more! We have loads and loads of cool different displays that you can brighten up your walls, and they're super simple to attach to a wall. As long as you have a straight and flat wall, you can put one of these sticky metal bits on them, and boom, magnets. It's basically magic. It attaches to the wall, and if you have multiple displays and you want to move them around, it's super easy. You just pull them off the magnet and put them back on. Even I can do it. We do have the code Zizaran there to support the Gauntlet, and this is one of the designs. So price pool a little bit over $30,000 already, so quite sizable and a lot of money on the line.
Now I did mention earlier the first boss of the Gauntlet going down. Not one that counts for points, just a quest eater, but it is technically still our first official boss. We can check that out potentially. I'm not actually sure if NN streams. I'll have to...
yeah, I'm not familiar with that either. We can
get production?
We can get production to look into if he streams. We can go back to the streams actually and have a gander and look at what people are doing.
Alrighty. So we do see Ben with that 6th link. It's
gonna be
looking
a
like it might be
huge upgrade.
crafted up as well. Ben crafting. When he hovers over it, maybe we can take a quick peek. We do have
19
Garatha doing
suppression.
Cemetery. I think he's going to be there for a while farming those coil cards.
Yeah.
So he's 2 out of 8 there. So he'll be there for a while. It takes a fair bit of effort. Luckily they do drop in any tier. So he's in tier 4 and he'll be fine with that. He won't be able to get the Mage Blood in a tier 4, but he'll be able to get those coil and taste.
It has like strength, dex, suppression, and 116 life, and then he has the prefix crafted with fizz and lightning, or fire and lightning taken as physical.
Right.
Other way around.
I'm getting the feeling that he might be opting to recraft another chest later, but he does have 2 from the split, so this will give him that bump in damage. And I did hear him say that in a gauntlet like this, sometimes the best defense is offense, so getting that extra damage link is going to help a lot there.
Yeah. And Garatha is MFing 71 maps, so opting for that safety, at least for a while more, especially until he gets a lightning coil. He'll probably not want to do too many yellow maps, especially in MF gear. He does not have a large amount of life, does have 4.1k life, but he does have a lot of safety from being a Pathfinder. Once he gets a Taste of Hate and a coil, I think it's quite likely that we are going to see him doing the Wildwood in 72, 73 maps. 73 or 74 maps, and trying to go for a Mage Blood. As you see, that is one of the things on his wish list.
Alright. I will pull up the stream shortly. I'll just let you...
Yeah. Karn is still doing Expedition, so there's quite a lot of things our contestants want from Expedition. We are going to be looking for people getting bases, and Tuying can sell a lot of things, as well as item level 84 cluster jewels, which can come in clutch for a lot of builds. And you will notice Karn being very careful with the placements, trying to get no buffs. And I would be expected to see that the majority of contestants will be hovering over the thing in the bottom right that shows what damage mods they have selected, trying to make sure that Expedition does not get too rippy, get out of hand, and that we have more repeats of what happened to Exile, because Expedition is incredibly powerful. And I think the most scary mod from Expedition, which Steelmage would probably agree, is the Overwhelm Physical, because there's so high fizz damage mods there. So when they have that Overwhelm mod, it just, your defenses count for nothing and you will just fall over. Oh, he is streaming it.
Yeah, I don't have a timestamp, but that's okay. Right.
If we can find in his VOD when he did the Eater, we will watch the first Eater kill there.
Do you have to register for the raffles or just participate? So as long as you don't delete your character, you will be included in the raffle.
Yep.
So everyone who gets to, I believe it's 50, 60, 70, 90, and 95? Something like that.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things to win. Fun fact, somebody that won a t-shirt raffle a year and a half ago just finally got back to us.
So what does Overwhelm do? So the reason why Overwhelm is so scary is if you have 90% reduced physical damage taken from armor, you will Overwhelm will actually bump that 90% down to potentially up down to like 70, 60, 50. It depends on the Overwhelm amount, but 20% Overwhelm would bump that 90 down to 70, effectively making you take 3 times more damage. Because instead of taking 10% of the damage, you'll be taking 30. Yeah, obviously conversion does ignore this though, but you're not going to see too many people going full conversion at this point in the Gauntlet because you do need things like Taste of Hate and Coil, which as you can see Garatha does not have yet.
Yeah, and Jung does have a Lightning Coil. I don't believe he has a Taste of Hate.
No, he does have a taste.
Oh, okay. So he has both. That's very strong.
Yeah. I think the only reason he hasn't swapped to it is because Taste of Hate is not reliable on a Trickster, unfortunately.
Yeah. Ben is also in the Wildwood, getting as much purple as he can here. Picking up a lot of yellow, and it's gonna be a blue, so maybe getting a bit of a baby triple. Me and Steel know everything there is to know about Magic Find this thing. We did a lot of it, especially Steel.
Yeah, I live and breathe the Wildwood these days.
Garatha should be finishing up that Lightning Coil, most likely today. Is on 2 out of 8, and the card is very farmable.
Yeah, we do have Alkaizer as well. Now, we did see his clip at the start of the broadcast with him dying, but he is back at it. He did re-roll. He's into maps already, so he's doing well. He's recovering well.
Yeah, and that's what Ben was saying when I was in his stream last night as well. That he didn't feel, because I was suggesting would it be good if the campaign mods disappeared once you've done it once, and he said there wasn't really a need for that because once you get into maps and you get a few essences, the mods are basically gone anyway. So, and we're kind of seeing that in racers that are recovering, that they are back in maps in like 3 to 4 hours. And we did see both Alkaizer and Exile die yesterday, and both of them are re-rolling, going again, and even dying as late as day 2 or 3 could still not change, or somebody that dies that late could still win the entire gauntlet.
Yeah, so a bit of a different gauntlet this time, with potentially not able to be cleared. At least I would be betting against that myself, but that does give the ability for a day 10 win to happen, which would be the first time something like that's happened, a last-minute win.
Especially the further we're getting into the gauntlet, I do not think it's going to be cleared. I definitely hope somebody can kill one Uber, but I would say even killing one Uber is very not
Easy.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Ben was saying, and I hadn't even looked into the numbers, but apparently the Atziri apparition, the Flame Blast, does something like 70,000 damage. So, and that's just the apparition. So the big change from this gauntlet from previous ones is all the Ubers, in addition to being the boss and being extremely dangerous and all the extra damage, AoE, haste, and stuff that it has, on top of that, it does have Atziri inside all of the Ubers, which will be throwing out some Flame Blasts and things like that.
Now, there are gem restrictions with the gauntlet. A little bit, just to clarify once again, you have banned skills and then a trans gem requirement for boss points. The difference there being that a banned skill cannot be used at all, right? Unless you just want to go for raffles, but you can't use it for things like bounties even, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much totally banned for the most part. Those being DD in all its forms, Arc of... what's it called again?
No, it's the Penance Brand of Dissipation is banned.
Yeah, and you also banned Arc of Surging or something like that?
Yeah, so Arc of Surging is banned because it has a very unintended interaction. Honestly, that probably I don't know if it would have seen that much, but we have seen a lot of people just one-shotting bosses because it ends up chaining to one boss over 80 times.
Yeah,
so
I personally think that just makes for good clips. I've seen Jung. See, this is what happens with it. So this is classic Jung Roan. Jung Roan will make a clip and say, "Oh my God, what is this? What is this? What is this? Durfa GGG," and then that clip gets linked to Ziz. Ziz will be like, "Oh my God, this is insane." Keeping in mind, turns out it's not insane. It's a bit gimmicky, but it got him to ban it in the gauntlet. So well done, Jung. But anyway.
Can you use the banned skills if you just want to enter raffles? Absolutely.
By the way, we did see Rax and DM are still at it in the gauntlet.
Oh, we should. Are they online?
No, they're American, so they bitch.
We do have a new feature in the app now, which is added, so we can see what streamer is online and offline, which is very nice.
Yeah, but
we can start throwing in some other streamers there and take a gander at what other people are doing. We do see Havoc online as well. So Tuna is done, it seems. I think he died yesterday. Back to farming software. Let's take a look at what Havoc's doing as well. We can put in Slage.
So we have SBB on the Marauder, Bones earning it up. Pretty low amount of life, but he is just in those white maps, so he's just going to be farming. It's probably... not 100% sure what they'll be going for on the white maps, that's the only thing. Maybe just raw currency?
Yeah, so essences are really, really nice to pick up there. There will be a large amount of essence farming. Especially if you have enough chaos to run, the essence node on the map device will come in handy there. And even though you might not know that essence is on the map device, or rather it isn't on the map device this league, we do have the 7th gate, and the way that works is it unlocks every single map device craft. SPB is running 2 Ventures as well. Yeah, so Havoc is actually in 79 maps, so he is in red maps. Very high. Does have that 4.6k life, and his gear was incredibly mediocre. Very surprised to see Havoc in red maps at this point. Maybe he is just going for the completion, but I'm surprised he doesn't craft better gear first when everything is so deadly this Gauntlet.
Yeah, I do not believe that's the 32-hour uptime. That's most likely 32 hours of this run.
Yeah.
So it's a way of him tracking his progression based in real time.
Yeah. Havoc
or he's been up for 32 hours and he's insane.
I doubt it. Havoc doesn't usually do those crazy sessions anymore, as such. We should, however, start thinking about some flash bounties.
Yeah, so flash bounties are basically mid-league, like mid-event bounties to get the racers to, pivot what they're doing and to rush for those bounties. We are going to come up with a few today on stream. I was thinking we should wait for production because obviously Vera's not here.
Oh, Virus is asleep. Okay.
Yeah. But we can start thinking of those at least. If anyone in chat has any suggestions for any bounties that you might want the racers to pivot into, hopefully not to beta rip though, that'd be toxic.
Yeah, so I was thinking first person to kill Shrek with some mod rolled on it.
It's an interesting one.
But that is maybe baiting a rip.
Yeah, see, he's just a murderer.
I am a bit of a murderer. I am a bit of a murder hobo.
See, I was thinking more like how, old school RizKip sponsorships where we did something fun.
That is fun for me.
Like, I don't know, like maybe corrupting a common unit. Corrupting like +2 AoE on a...
Try to die less than I do.
Yeah.
Honestly, do you know what I would love to show? I would love to show the Melk animation that he made for the previous Gauntlet. I think it was so funny. So if we can get that up, it is just a YouTube thing. Maybe one of the mods can send us the link, but it's the Melk Gauntlet animation. And we'll play that on stream. It's not too long, and just really well done. Bounty to complete a red map without armor, boots, gloves, and helmet. That's definitely baiting a clip.
I think we would have to do it roughly in yellow maps because the majority of contestants are in that white yellow map phase. Not too many people are in reds. Unless you just want to donate to Ben directly right now, of course. Uber Elder with 3 unique flasks. The only problem with that is we are not expecting an Uber Elder kill for some time.
There's the YouTube video. Thank you, Al.
Yeah, so we can watch that while we think of some flash bounty ideas. Just yell at me if the volume needs adjusting.
So this is made by Melk Animations. Get down!
This is really relevant.
True. A lot louder. It is beautiful.
This is toxic now.
This is great. Nice. It's my favorite part. Relatable chat. Holy Black Star. Twice.
Did I I was gonna say. See, this was funny when it was less toxic, but I can confirm this is now toxic. This is actually toxic now. Wait, hang on. Alrighty. Fucking Ziz, dude. Jesus Christ.
I'd love to see it.
You're a murderer, mate.
Fastest strand clear in the next hour? Oh, that seems like a pain to track.
Wait, what's this clip? Hang on. Hang on. I got a clip here from Ben. Wait, I just want to watch this. Of casting.
True. True.
Dude, when I think the Gauntlet I won, I sat in, what was that? The Quarry, farming Harvest back when it was super OP for like, no, well that was Harvest, but okay, I didn't win that one, but I sat in Thingo farming Harvest for like 2 days straight. I didn't even go into maps.
Do you know, I was thinking, with everyone struggling so much, we do have a lot of off time, especially the next few days. We're only going to be casting 4 hours. We could just do another 10 to 14 hours each day of playing and us trying to finish the Gauntlet while casting. That would be the ultimate flex. We do have 7 more days.
I thought about this, but I'd rather let the illusion take place. Like, yeah, this is totally a Gauntlet that I could win. Totally. Jedi mind trick. You will think I can win the Gauntlet if I was to compete. Is it working? Is it working? Alrighty.
I wonder how Terrence is doing.
Yeah, we can definitely take a look at Terrence. And we have Tante over here as well with those ball lightning totems still alive, so.
Yeah, very cool. I love that we're seeing so many different builds in the Gauntlet. It's not something I was expecting.
We do see Terrence running cremation. I wonder if he's got the oak wall.
We do have music, but it is very quiet right now.
You said it's too quiet?
That's probably good.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, he is in red maps and going for that completion, so I guess he will be trying to vol some maps. Doesn't have too many Chaos Orbs, doesn't have too much of anything. Only has 1 Regal as well, so alt-regaling and corrupting is a very big risk here. Very surprised to see not more people farming white maps, because something that's so nice about farming white maps, especially with a bit of the Wildwood, is that you would very easily be getting up to a few hundred Chaos Scours, etc. Oh, he's waving at us. Hi, Terrence.
I kind of wish VD was banned too. You can't just ban whatever skill Ben plays, chat. It doesn't work that way. He can't just log in and play a random skill. Like, if it wasn't going to be VD, it'd be cremation. If it wasn't going to be cremation, it could be bone zone. If it wasn't going to be, you can't just, we can't ban Ben.
Yeah, and it's interesting to note that Exile and Ben were at some point, maybe even still, the only people using that skill. So it's not like it's particularly strong either in that way. A lot of people are thinking that Jung as well has a very good chance to be the rank 1 finisher. His build looks very solid and he's the only one playing that. So
I heard Ben, for the record, and I quote, say, "We cannot let Jung win on Trickster. We can't." So I think there's a little bit of motivation to do well there. If only to cuck his fellow racer.
I'm a Jung believer. Oh yeah,
it would be amazing to see. We have seen him win a class before, so he's one step off, right? He's one step away. What's wrong with Trickster winning? Nothing. It's all to do with Jung Roan, the player. He talks too much shit. There's a little bit of banter between the contestants, and I'd say Jung Roan banter is top tier, so...
Absolutely. Yeah, so maybe next time we'll have Ben in Exile cast.
Maybe. So to just take a look at the ladder, to reiterate how you actually win, it is a point-based ladder. So you will see points stop at 95 for levels, and then after that, it's all about boss kills. So you will see contestants gear up and go for those boss kills if they want to get more points after 95. So the idea is not to clear all of these. To be clear, you don't win the Gauntlet if you beat these all of these. It's just whoever gets the furthest. So in the very first Gauntlet we ever saw, the original inspiration for the Gauntlet, we had the rank 1 Goratha clear Shaper and only Shaper, and that was enough to claim victory. In the very first iteration of the Gauntlet, obviously we've come a long way, both the game and the Gauntlet itself and the players. And now the Gauntlet is, just to prattle it off, we have Atziri, Uber Atziri, Shaper, Uber Shaper, Elder, Uber Elder, Uber Elder, Katarina, Searing Exarch, Uber Searing Exarch, Eater of Worlds, Uber Eater of Worlds, Cyrus, Uber Cyrus, Maven, Uber Maven, Twisted Form, Elslayers, Hidden and Feared. So, not actually expecting people to get through all of that, but just about whoever gets the furthest. Maybe we only see the base content cleared and no Ubers. Maybe we see one Uber, maybe two. I'd be shocked if we see a full clear.
Yeah, I'm very much not expecting a full clear. Atziri being inside all the Ubers, especially Cyrus, I don't know if it's even doable at all, because something that could happen is while you're inside the Meteor, the Atziri apparition could double Flame Blast you, which obviously is a forced logout, and on top of that, you only have 3 portals for the Ubers.
Yep. Now, chat is suggesting some boss kills for bounties. If you were going to suggest boss kills, it would have to be around the level of Hunger and Black Star, because otherwise you're basically giving a Ben donation. So if you are suggesting flash bounties, think white maps and yellow maps. Yeah, I'm wondering what we should do. We could do a flash bounty. I'm just curious if anyone's actually killed Atziri yet. We could do a flash bounty for Atziri on each class, potentially. That could be a decent one. That would be very cool. So just, that gives players an opportunity to just go in. That is going to kill people, but it's not too toxic, though. I don't actually hate that idea. First of each class to do regular Atziri. Then we can pay for a content. Think about it. Yeah, we could do $200. Well, it would have to be $100 per class because there's 7 classes. Right. Yeah, I was thinking 1,400, but I guess 700 is fine. Well, honestly, this guy's the one paying, so... so yeah, it'll be up to you. Yeah, I think 200 seems fine for Atziri. Atziri is cool. Alright, well, I guess a little heads up then. These flash bounties are... Well, we haven't decided yet. I'm also leaning towards Shrek would be a very cool one. Yeah, Shrek or Black Star. How do we fund the bounties? There's a few ways to go about that. I believe you can you still contact the admin? No, so we're not taking bounties anymore. Right.
But you can donate to the prize pool, and anything you donate to the prize pool does get doubled by Shopify. So if you put in $20, $40 will end up there. Shrek while singing one of the Shrek songs. I'm in our bathroom real quick.
No worries. Gives me a chance to open a window as well. It's super toasty in here.
Yeah, I'm surprised you had the heating on.
Well, it was cold before you got here.
Wow, I'm that hot.
Alrighty. Do bounties have to be on transfigured skills? No. Some of the bounties are for transfigured skills. Like, for example, you have to beat Atziri with transfigured flame blast. But unless otherwise stated, no, you can actually play explosive arrow, SRS, Bunza. You can play whatever you want, pretty much. Is this fighting too much? Yeah, perhaps. I'm just gonna open up a window. I'm professional here. Nice. There we go. Okay. Fresh air finally. I know. Shrek is the pre-eater dude. Yeah, I think we'll do either Shrek or Atziri. I think personally I would rather Atziri. What do you think? Atziri or Shrek? Atziri? Shrek is red map? Yeah, Shrek is a bit... Atziri? Okay. Okay, you can tentatively tell the races to get ready then. The best... Okay, so it's a little bit toxic, but because obviously everyone's already at yellow maps and red maps, I think we'll see some rip clips just because people are going to have to rush in and get ready. So... Tell them to get ready for Shrek. At a very small spice for Atziri so people can't pre-record. Oh yeah, that'd be toxic. Did Ben find us alphas yet? Not sure. Not 100% sure though. Yeah, I can just switch back to caster cam at least. We can have Ben's stream back on. So is the music... So obviously we have a funny audio setup here because of the way we're casting. So I can't necessarily keep track of the music super well. So what music? Music. Okay, let me try this. Boom. So you should be able to hear that now. And then I'll turn it down. Yeah, it's supposed to be very quiet. I legit can't hear it. That might not be a bad thing if you can't hear it. That might not be a bad thing. It is supposed to be, nothing. So do you hear that at least? Yeah? Alright. It's way too loud now. See, I knew it was too loud. Okay, how's that for background music? Now it's good. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck with it anymore. All right, that's it. All right, if it's too quiet, it's on purpose. Okay, if it's too quiet, it's on purpose. People don't hear the other one because it's too much white noise. That's very much so on purpose, though. That is very intentional. It's supposed to be quiet because otherwise. You wouldn't hear the actual cast itself. It's still kind of loud. Yeah, maybe I should turn it down even a little bit more, perhaps, but... Yeah. It's as loud as your voice. Can't even hear it now. That's probably too good. That's probably perfect then. If you can't hear it, that's probably perfect. I think that's supposed to be exactly where it's supposed to be. There is no music. I think that's good. I think that's correct. Show Ben's chest. True. Give us a second then. Okay, so I think this will have updated by now. I can take a look real quick. Dex, strength, suppression, life, a little bit of armor evasion, and conversion. I don't think he will boss with that. Personally, I don't think you would boss with this. So I'm imagining he's going to use this and then craft another one. He got a 6th thing. He has 2 6th things. He has 2. So he'll use this one for now and maybe craft a better one later. Because usually when we see Ben boss on the Gauntlet, he will be getting as much life as possible. I think he'll probably boss with something like 6k life, and then he'll have Eternal Damnation and Saphals on top of that. So that he's going to need as much life as possible. So maybe even possibly Ashling the prefix wouldn't be a bad angle. Apparently we have lost Zizaran. He is in the chat. So we have lost Mr. Zizaran. He is dying. Maybe we can get a clip. Maybe we can get a clip posted of Ziz ripping one out IRL. And we can react to that. Should I accost him with my phone? No, just kidding. That's okay. Oh, I guess it's just my cast now. It's just my cast now. Roast him. I don't know what a roast is. Imagine the smell. I don't need to imagine, right? I'm in the same house. You know that, right, Bettini? Roast is on his own channel. Short, fat, bald streamer, lol. I miss old Ziz with blue hair. Am I right, guys? Holy. So streams again, you nerd. True. Roasters builds. No, we should focus on the Gauntlet. Worth pointing out, Ziz will be playing the Gauntlet after this cast. So if you do want to watch him struggle in his own creation, you can watch that after the main cast. If you've been missing your favorite streamer. So where are the flash bounties? So we do like to wait for Vero. If you guys don't know Vero, he's kind of like our guardian angel. He helps run these events because obviously this is not a one-man show. Ziz has lots of help from production like Vero and crew. So we are kind of waiting for Vero because he does handle those bounties. It does kind of need to be done. You guys know Ziz's production is usually pretty scuffed, but in a good way. But when it comes to real money, like bounties, it does need to be handled like properly. So, are you still making the wonder? I did pop on last night. Now, for those of you obviously you can't see this, but we do have a special monitor specifically for the cast. It's a big boy, and it's too big. It's too big. Like Path of Exile, if I play on this monitor, like I don't know how to describe it. It'd be like playing PvE on your TV. So unfortunately, it's a bit weird to play on. I'm not sure what to do about that. Word Steel has never heard said to him. Yeah, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I play PO on my TV. I don't know how you can do it. It's kind of awful, honestly. Can you check it on Rise? I can. Rise is live, so we can pop on Rise. We did see SBB farming. Actually, I want to put SBB on. I do like seeing those dopamine explosions. Let me put SBB back on instead of Tati here. I just like seeing the beams from the sky, dude. Give us loot. I know, dude. I was telling Zez that if multi-proj worked on the Gauntlet the way I was hoping it would, and it would apply to the Abyss, I would have actually played this Gauntlet instead of casting. Because I like the idea of magic finding. And if you get that free multi-proj, and it was to affect the Abyss, now it doesn't, but if it was to affect Abyss, I would have played the Gauntlet and I would have just magic finded for like 5 days or something. I literally would have farmed a Mage Blood in the Gauntlet if that worked, but unfortunately it does not apply. You have to roll it the same as you do in League. So Gratha is doing MF as well. Should we just have a full Magic Find stream? That'd be sick. Dude, you get 3 times the dopamine. Well, we can have well, I guess Ben's Magic Finding too. Yeah, we have Ben Magic Finding, we have SBB Magic Finding, we have Garatha Magic Finding. We can just Magic Find, dude. Can't even see. Well, hear me out. What we could do is after they're done juicing, we just zoom in on one bloke and then we can just react to that Magic Find. Holy dude. MF dies of cringe. Well, people die of cringe, but I think they die of cringe incorrectly. So most people, when they have an issue with Magic Find, they specifically have an issue with Magic Find gear usually. And that's not what these players are doing. You won't see too much Magic Find from the players. Gratha being the only one who's really running like proper Magic Find gear, because it's the Gauntlet, it's too dangerous to actually run Magic Find gear. So you will see players like SBB are just going to run the League mechanic. That's all he's doing. He's running the League mechanic. That's it. He you know, we call that Magic Finding, but he's just doing the League mechanic. That's it. MF apologist? Yeah, because okay, hear me out. I think people have the wrong idea. People think that running the League mechanic is Magic Finding, when in reality, it's the same as running Legion back in the day. It's the same as running Harvest back in the day. You know, you're just farming the League mechanic and getting good loot out of it. Like SBB doesn't, and Ben, they don't have Magic Find gear. We just call it Magic Find because, you know, it does happen to boost rarity and quantity a lot implicitly as part of the League mechanic. But you don't need Magic Find gear to run the League mechanic. Okay, I hate the League then. That's fair. But I love the League, so, you know, we're at an impasse. SBB has 3 Magic Find pieces on a Bone, Shatter, Slayer, or Jug. I'd be surprised. What the fuck? Yeah, that is a classic bot raid. You do see those from time to time in the PoE category, so... yep. That's a shitty bot. Yeah, luckily, thanks to Twitch, we have shield mode. So the mods just press the button and, you know, GG. So. Easy. Do you like the new way Lab works for Transfigured Gems? It's the only thing I hate about this league. So... I think the consensus is Lab is not a bad implementation, but it's not a good one. It's middling, you know? It would be nice to see a separate mechanic designed specifically for trans gems, but Lab is serviceable. Like, it's not too offensive. So, you know, some people aren't gonna like it, some people are gonna like it. If you don't like it, you can buy gems from trade, is ultimately the opinion of GGG. Which is a fair one, you know. If you don't like Heist, you buy Heist. If you don't like farming Harvest, you can buy Harvest Juice. So that is currently the opinion of GGG. I would personally have preferred a separate mechanic, but that's obviously asking a lot. You know, you can at Ziz all you want. I'm actually on Steel Mage, so I don't see the adding. See look, cock. See, you for the last 3 days you've been adding like nobody. Because this is not even at his computer, so you've been adding nobody for like 3 days. Check SVB gear. Okay. We can check SVB gear. I'm curious if he's running Ventors maybe. Do you think he's running Ventors then? He's obviously not running Distillate. Where is SBB? He is running Ventors and Goldworm. Pretty not bad Ventors as well. I'm surprised he's bothered to run the Goldworms. I mean, they are good, but like... I see, the Ventors aren't offensive because they have life and res, right? But the Goldworm? I'm surprised you can get away with that. Not MFing in Gauntlet, by the way. To be fair, okay, let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. He probably has like, what, 40... He has 80 rarity and like 40, less than 30 something quantity. Nothing crazy. My chieftain has 300 rarity and like 60 quantity. So, you know, he's small PP compared to true Magic Find builds. Check the tincture out though. Yeah. Carl, no rarity on the tincture. No rarity on the tincture. Can we get a worth pointing out counter today? I don't even know how I would make that. I think a mod would have to make it. Oopsie. Go back to caster cams. So why is Alkaizer running Dodge Rays damning? Oh, Meow died. I think he's usually a ranger. Rip. By the way, I'm curious. While Ziz isn't here and he's totally not on his phone, what do you guys think about the difficulty of yellow and red maps? Because it is very hard, this Gauntlet. This is the hardest Gauntlet by far, I would say. Yellow is psycho. Reds are too easy. You think reds are too easy? I don't think reds are too easy, chat. I do not think reds are too easy. What the heck? Need to apply haste to reds too? Jesus Christ. Where can I see the Gauntlet settings? Not sure the best way to see, but we can see them on this post here. I can show you those mods real quick. If I just go down here and I scroll down, we can see those yellow maps go all the way to 60% haste, which is pretty psycho mode. And the red maps have 50% less damage, 40% increased damage on the monsters, 20 haste, 30 AoE, 4 proj, and 20 physics extra chaos. So honestly, the multi-proj with the extra chaos is disgusting. That's gonna kill so many people. So where is this? So, well, being a Zizaran fan, you may be aware that unfortunately Ziz does have some IRL troubles, like, you know, in here. So unfortunately, he's a bit indisposed right now, but hopefully he'll be able to rejoin us at some point. He is literally just right outside the door. He can probably like hear me yapping actually, but yeah. He's pregnant. He is pregnant. Yeah. Did you not rub his belly to make him feel better? I don't know if it works that way. So. Here we go. Delivering right now. Yeah, something like that. So. Always wrong scene. No, it's just a transition.
I'm back.
Hello.
IBS can be really shitty sometimes.
Haha. Yeah, we do have Ben Garatha and SBB magic funding, by the way.
Very
farming,
nice.
or wildwood farming, whatever you want to call it.
I wonder when Viro's gonna wake up.
Well, he's also American, so all the Americans don't wake up for like they're not around for a few more hours.
Yeah.
So, time zones.
I mean, we could just do set some flash bounties. We don't necessarily need Viro for that. And if we wait too long, then we won't really see the outcome of our flash bounties during the cast.
The only problem is we literally can't run them ourselves.
Oh.
Like it doesn't work that way. Like, because the races get notified and it gets posted and everything.
Right.
Like, we don't just will a bounty into existence.
We can do that. We can will things.
We've set up everything. If you're confident, Alti, because this is Alti's first time helping the cast here. If you're confident, Alti, we can lock it in.
Yeah, I'm absolutely done.
So, you want to do the 200 for each class at Atziri?
We do 150.
150.
That makes sense. What? How much is that? 150 times 7.
950. The 1050.
Yeah, that's perfect. $150 for the first of each class to kill Atziri.
Yep, submitted after now. So I guess they would have to show time and date for that.
So, we'll just have a passphrase that they have to type into chat.
Yeah. I'll let you think of it.
Just have them write Flash Atziri before going into the Atziri throne. Flash Atziri.
Yeah, before or after, as long as they type it at some point.
Just type Flash Atziri at some point.
So that will go to the first of each class to beat Atziri. So it's a flash bounty. So right now, go.
Well, we'll make it official so that people can clip it and show to different racers.
Yeah.
A flash bounty is now going live for the first of each class to kill Atziri. To be eligible, you do need to either after killing Atziri or before going into the throne room, write Flash Atziri into the chat and hit enter. And $150 to the first of each class to kill Atziri. This is the first flash bounty.
Just Atziri. Yep. The idea is to get people out of the comfort zone. Maybe get them to rush. This is a relatively accessible one. Technically speaking, you can farm these fragments before you even enter maps. You do need to be in maps, of course, to open the portals, but should be accessible to quite a few people.
Alva Atziri is not okay. This is just the normal Atziri.
Just a normal Atziri.
Type where? In-game chat, so that it's in the VOD.
Yeah. Just to verify that it is after the Flash Bounty announcement. So players may have chosen to kill Atziri already, but you will need to re-kill it if that's the case.
Has anyone done Atziri so far?
Honestly, I was scrolling through the list, and that's kind of what prompted it. I didn't see, if we look at the full screen PB Racing points here, you'll see a +1 if anyone has managed to kill
I don't think
Atziri.
anyone's done Atziri.
I assume someone must have entered, but... I mean, I'm not seeing anyone. There's a non-zero chance. There's a non-zero chance that nobody has entered yet.
Yep.
So, we could be baiting some content here, which would be funny.
Apparently there's a special filter for that too.
Objective points received. Alright, I'll take a quick look further on. Let's take a quick look here. Objective points. Filter by complete objective slate Atziri. Apparently this actually could be the very first Atziri.
Roth is going in.
Hey, look, we're baiting content! We did it.
Oh, yeah. Do you have no fragments?
No, I don't see any fragments. So there's going to be a bit of a race now to get fragments. So...
Oh, he does have.
Oh, he does. All right.
He's going in right now.
All right,
so
well,
that
we
will
can
be the
full screen
ranger.
Alrighty. They just posted it. Go. Yeah, we can see the chat on the screen as well.
Oh, somebody must have attempted it or killed it already because there's no
I don't think they killed it. I think they died. He does have magic fine gear on, but he's racing.
I'm surprised that he's MF gear on.
Well, he's racing, dude. He's gonna go.
Is there another ranger
go.
that's gonna try to beat him to it?
Khan's already in. Oh, Khan's in too.
Let's get
Should we not
Karn,
full screen?
Yeah. Get Karn and Groth up, and maybe we'll have a third person go in.
There we go. Khan over here. Do you think Ben will get baited as well?
So Ben said he was not going to go for bounties. He was going to win the gauntlet and then go for whatever bounties are left, he said.
Alright, Khan's in, Garatha's in. We've successfully baited 2 people already. Holy.
Garatha has item rarity in his links. MFing Atziri.
And N's going in. Alright, we have 3. Look at that, content
Flash bounties
window.
are fun.
Yo, flash bounties are great. We just need like infinite money. Oh yeah, sorry chat, sorry. Alright. There we go.
I feel like pouring gasoline. What's the bounty? So we made a flash bounty for $150 to the first of each class to get Atziri down.
Now, I do personally hope they don't die. I do like getting people out of their comfort zone. It would be unfortunate if we kill somebody here, but you know, yeah. Look, it looks like Khan's crushing it though.
What would you do for $150? Yep, Karn has written flash bounty.
Yeah. Apparently, Garatha has item rarity support Jimin, by the way.
Is he Reflectomune?
He's a Slayer.
Oh yeah.
He's not a champion this time. I think.
Yeah, because Karn once went into Uber Atziri while reascended champion and died to their flank and forgot.
Yeah, Khan's damage is excellent. It does make sense. This is a level 70 zone, so he is crushing it. The main difficulty, of course, is going to be Reflect, but builds like Garatha with Toxic Rain does not have a super damaging hit component. SRS obviously the minion build, and Khan's a Slayer, so these are Reflect builds, which is why they're just jumping in immediately, able to take out the fight without too much trouble, I think. Unless they tank something. They're gonna have to be a bit careful here.
There's no haste, which is pretty big.
Yeah.
Karn almost on the last phase.
Worth pointing out, if they don't have suppression, I think they do just get one shot. So they'll have to be careful about that. And we do have Khan. That was indeed the first Atziri of the Gauntlet.
So first duelist.
Yeah, Khan's pretty happy. Easy 150 there from Khan. That's crazy. He must have just jumped in immediately. He must have been super
no
ready.
hesitation. Just like money. Boom.
Yeah.
Bone zone. No way, dude.
Holy. Terrence is in too. Oh, we can get Terrence in
Instead
next
of Karn,
as well.
yeah.
Alright, but congratulations there to Khan.
Congratulations.
Now, I think Terrence is a witch. Not 100%, but I believe he's a witch. So he will be
Zero is a
claiming...
good idea.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure how he's getting Reflect Immunity. Hopefully he is getting Reflect Immunity. I mean, it would be pretty brave to go in without it.
Or stupid. Good damage. See, a few more Atziris about to die here. Is that the last stage, friend Ed? No,
One more phase there for NN. So Khan wants
Terrence is very, very low. Choosing not to log out. Oh, that could easily take him down.
Alright, we do have Garatha with the
Number 2
first
kill.
Ranger.
Yeah.
He does still have to submit that, so there could be another Ranger competing that might have claimed that before him. So we'll have to see. I'll have to wait for verification on that.
You gotta remember, not everybody is streaming.
Yep.
Terrence did finish up the trio. What? Oh yeah, so he's a witch.
Yep, so he is preparing, making sure he's got flasks ready for Atziri to mitigate things like the spear and the flame blast. I think he's just going to dodge the storm calls.
Does NN need to be using a trance gem? No.
No, not for bounties.
Not for this flash bounty. See Ben being chased by volatiles here in the bottom right. We have that on the loading screen.
Alright, we have Terrence going into Atziri. And again, not sure if he's actually Reflect immune here.
I mean, he will die if he's not. He's not the Mentalist, isn't he? Or is he Necro?
He has Offering, so he is a Necro. He is a Necro. He just spec'd. Oh, okay. He's got
Mastery
Pantheon
and
plus
Pantheon.
Mastery. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to see a Rip to Reflect. That would be embarrassing.
You know, you've died to Reflect around the same months I have, I think.
No, I've literally don't think I've ever died to Reflect.
Never?
Once in that race, but it wasn't an accident.
It wasn't an accident?
No, I knew it was Fizz Reflect. I was limit testing.
Oh, so you died to what I died to.
Yeah, the cannot die.
Right.
But I've only died once to Reflect.
Once? Wow, that's good. 4 times. 5.
Once ever.
That's
In the
crazy.
entirety of PoE history.
That's crazy. Yeah, that would be embarrassing.
I think that's the mistake you make maybe once, and then you're like, fuck that, never again.
Okay, I'm not even the streamer that's died the most to Reflect. I just have the most memorable. Still, did you die to any walls in your career? To be fair, I died to the lack of a door.
I'm not sure. This actually doesn't die to Reflect that much considering how much he plays, but it's a good meme.
To be fair, I technically saved you from a lot of rips because Steel was dying fairly regularly through no fault of his own to disconnect. And then I adopted him for the streamer rescue, and now he hasn't. I don't think you've had a DC death since you moved here.
No. I think Terrence is on the not second last phase there.
Steel died to a high store? Oh, yeah. Oh
my god.
I would have logged that.
It's not programmed to be safe or anything, right?
No.
Like that could have totally hit
Absolutely
him.
can kill you. So that's 4.
Full screen Terrence, maybe. We can definitely do that.
Yeah, 4 like back to back at Atziri's.
So he will be finishing off the final phase. Worth pointing out, the final phase of Atziri does tend to spawn more Yellow Storm Calls and double Flame Blasts. So he will have to be very careful there.
Karn is struggling to submit the bounty. How so? Struggling with what? Oh.
It should just be in the bounty Discord, and you can just submit the VOD, right?
Yeah.
So can you talk about the Atziri fight? Definitely. So the Atziri fight has, and there we go. The Atziri fight has the clone phase and the main phase. She will, at every 25%, she'll split into 4 clones, and each clone will have a different aspect of Atziri. One has the spear, one has flame blast, one has storm calls, and one reflects. Now, usually you're supposed to not hit the mirror, but in the current era, Path of Exile, we just get reflect immunity instead, and then we're free to attack whichever one we want. In terms of what is dangerous, the double flame blast is probably a one-shot on anyone in the Gauntlet right now. It probably just clean one-shots everybody.
Yeah.
But luckily it does give you that little bit of extra time, that second or two, to actually get out of the way. So usually people get out of the way of that, no drama. Then Yellow Storm Calls are probably also a one-shot for most players. We saw Terrence almost getting clipped by one there. And then the red and the flame blast and the... typing in global dev, that's fine. But then the regular flame blast and regular storm calls usually don't one shot, but they do a ton of damage, especially when you get to the Uber version of the fight.
Flash Atziri.
Migrating Terrence. Yeah, well played.
That is the funniest rip we've ever seen. Very good, so that's 4 classes. So I believe Scion has not done it. Don't know if we've had any submissions yet, but obviously we have seen a lot of them live.
Yeah, Terrence is the only one, I think.
Yeah.
Actually submit. So we're still waiting on Garatha and Khan submissions.
Yeah, all they have to do is just submit bounty and their name in the bounty submission channel. But so far, the only one that's actually won the bounty is Terrence. Obviously, submission is important.
Yeah, Scion, Marauder, and Shadow.
Karn said he submitted. Nope. Oh, there's a Flash bounty channel. Did they post it there?
Oh, here we go. Okay, so we have... Okay, no, Khan has submitted.
Karn was the first to submit.
We have Khan, Myclos. This could be...
What is this? What is he?
This could be a Shadow, potentially.
Explosive trap, so very likely a Shadow.
Very nice.
Did he write Flash bounty?
Well, it might not have been the clip, but the mods would have verified it in the VOD. So, apparently he's a trickster. So, we have Garatha, we have NN, we have Terrence as our witch, and we have Myclos from earlier. So I think we're just missing Marauder and Scion then. Marauder and Scion are the only two classes that we're waiting on. Now, obviously, the Scion might take a little bit longer to actually kill it because it is the weaker of the classes.
Karn is bugged in his map.
Okay, we can pull up Khan real quick just to see what's going on here. Looks like he's just standing. Maybe...
Yes, fine.
Running around in a circle. He can't log.
Oh, entering Celestial Hideout.
Oh, he doesn't want to log out because he thinks he's stuck.
Well, that's scary. Oh, if he dies to that, I'd be devastated.
Yeah, Khan has been known to have ISP issues. Now, we do live in literally, like, we live 2 meters away from him. So he just happens to have a different ISP, unfortunately. So he does have these issues occasionally. But he's fine. He's alive. He's fine.
Alive!
For raffle, do we need to submit any additional info? No, just make sure
No.
you do not delete your characters. It's fine if they die. Well, maybe not fine, but it's...
Yeah, we'll reach out for details like that if you win. Now, we have had sometimes where people don't respond. We actually just had somebody that won a raffle a year and a half ago that just got back to us with, like, details needed to win today or, like, yesterday. So a year and a half later, somebody did claim one of the things they won.
Yeah.
We'll contact you on the in-game Path of Exile messaging system. It'll be a Viro contacting you. Did he get the prize? Yeah. Mm-hmm. How come there isn't a first 100 bounty? Because the 100 race, it really isn't that interesting. And the bounties are generally made by the community, so anyone that wanted to, before the race started, for $250, could have put a bounty on that. So you could have donated $250 and made a bounty like that. But yeah, anyone is free to make what kind of bounty they want. What class is he? Inquisitor?
Marauder, apparently.
Ah.
Possibly Chieftain? Chieftain or Jug? Chieftain.
Nice. But yeah, loads of different bounties, and then we're making some flash bounties now. Very low damage.
We're about to do Solaris and Lunaris. We have seen Solaris hitting players for about 2,700 damage on the high end.
Yeah.
So expect to have a bit more HP than that if you want to avoid getting clean one-shot by the spear.
And good recovery. It is very scary.
What about Chevron? So, if you get hit by all of the lightning projectiles, I don't think any amount of HP is going to save you unless you're like a Jug and you're able to mitigate that damage through your armor. So, unfortunately, it's a bit of a skill fight. You just have to not get hit by the shotgunning balls. Also a good idea to get shock immunity if you can run something like Tempest Shield or Purity of Elements.
Yeah. All the records we've been seeing, I'm super scared for every boss. Yeah, you should be. Absolutely. Seeing coming up on the trio here. Honestly, trio could potentially be the most deadly part.
Yeah, I was saying this is more of a mapping setup, most likely. Prioritizing a lot of tank on the chieftain. So we kind of, maybe baited a non-bossing build to do a boss here. So it should be fun when we get to Atziri. Assuming we get to Atziri.
Just ran straight through the rain. SBB going in too. He's a marauder, right? So
yeah,
he's probably gonna.
We can actually unfull screen this and get the side by side. See who clears it first here. Production. I don't actually see it. You can keep talking. Yeah, I don't actually see it.
Is he gone?
Tell you what, I can get it through PB Racing, worst case scenario. I'm probably just blind though.
Oh yeah, bottom right. Above sushi.
I do see it now. Me blind. He's only just getting ready to go in now though, and Pillarbrill is already at Atziri. So I mean, I don't think he's going to beat him.
Well, he does have very little damage, and he is hesitating.
Depends if Pillarbrill has to log or not. So shit.
And Pilly could die.
Definitely, yeah.
But he is still respecking. Getting that reflect immunity.
He's gonna have to hustle, man. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go.
Very good damage though. So much more damage.
Alright.
I don't know if he's like looting and stuff. I don't know if he knows that Pilly is already in and that he really doesn't have time for this. He literally has to.
Oh shit.
Now, thankfully, this is still doable because Pilly has very low damage. But I don't know if SBB knows how little time he has. Oh my god. Pilly is taking a flame blast.
Yeah. He is a chieftain though, so he's got that max res, so he's able to tank it.
And SBB has very good damage.
He has to do the Vals, the trio, and get up to Atziri before Pillarbrill's able to just go through phases of Atziri.
He's done. Hopefully somebody has told him how little time he has. Nah, he's hesitating too much. I don't think he can do it when he's Oh, it's so close.
I mean, Pillarbrill, like you said,
damage is so little.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't be that surprised to see SBB, but I don't know if anyone's told him that he needs to hurry. He's just chilling a little bit. Look at that damage.
Worth pointing out though that they have to submit it too.
It is also a race to who submits it first.
An actual
and
submission race.
I actually think SBB has this. The damage is just so insane. Oh no.
Oh no, dude.
No way.
Oh no.
What? He's just. What's
Wait.
he doing?
Oh, we just saw a rip. From
and then just died.
Oh no.
A live rip.
We
Wow.
were looking at the wrong screen. Rank 2 down.
Is that a red map?
Yeah, it's the Jungle Valley, it's tier 14.
Oh, it's tier 14 base. Yeah, red maps are crazy.
No.
I am surprised to see people in red maps this early. Like I was saying, I was expecting people to exclusively do white maps until day 4 or 5. He DC'd? Wait, that's not true. We watched him die live. Oh my god, he's just taking his time. Does he not know that somebody else is in? Has nobody told him?
Maybe not.
He's just chilling.
I think he's still got this though, honestly.
Yeah, his damage is so insane. And Pilly just had to log, which he does not have time for.
No, I think SVV's damage is too high. I think he's actually gonna win. Oh no, dude.
Oh, it's
no,
gonna come
dude.
down to face RNG.
No, I think it's already over. Hey, if he was going to clear it, he needed to not log. So, unfortunately, even though he made it all the way to Atziri, I don't think he'll be claiming this bounty.
Oh, the game crashed? Oh.
Yeah, we'll have to get a.
He is stuck in a phase right now.
Okay, we will watch the rank 2 clip in just a minute here.
Oh no, he's respecking?
Yeah, I don't think either of them necessarily know how close it actually is. So unfortunately, we will see Pillar getting overtaken by SBB there.
Oof. Oh. Yeah, SPB is the first to do it, so he just has to submit data by flashes here at the start and the end. Very thorough. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And I assume we'll see a submission
shortly. We did just have another submission by Quelia, which I don't know what he is.
Take a quick look here, just verify.
That looks... Could be a Marauder.
Unfortunately, I can't do anything about the quality. Wait, so did they both lose?
Maybe.
Wait. Yeah, maybe they show at the end. I can't actually see what class they are, unfortunately.
Well, we can check on the ladder.
Quelia.
Quelia H. Okay.
Oops. Oh, sorry, chat. Quelia.
Saboteur. So that's already been claimed earlier.
Unfortunately, already been claimed, yeah.
Could have been close there.
And then died indeed. We'll wait for Pellebrilla to clear Atziri, but unfortunately
he can
not
move
going
in and
to.
off the stream. He's just standing in town.
Yeah.
Pele is still fighting Atziri, but we do have that as soon as SBB posts. What was my close? Oh, that was also Shadow.
Yeah. My close was the rank 1, I think they just submitted twice.
Yeah. SBB just went offline. I guess he was just streaming for the bounty.
Well played, SBB. Now, he will get +1 point from the... oh, gosh.
The yellow Stormcall could take him out.
Mm-hmm. He will get +1 point there from Atziri, so we will see the ladder shift as well after this bounty.
Well, and then do it with a normal skill, so he doesn't get a point for it.
Ah, right, Medikey.
Sabo was not claimed, failed to type Flash Atziri in a single clip, and didn't have the VODs enabled. Yeah, so that means that Quelia does get it. So that shows that it is important. Even if you don't think you're going to win, he will win on just properly adhering to the rules.
Yeah. And if you're wondering why the rules have to be strict, it's to make it fair. We have in the past had cheeky players cheat in the Gauntlet. To give you some ideas, don't do this, of course. But things like lowering quality on purpose to obscure the level of a zone. So submitting like an 83 boss kill at white maps is possible if you do that. So the rules are strict for a reason. To make it fair and to prevent people from doing anything sus. Yeah, unfortunately, technicality it may be, important. But it is what it is. Because again, we have had people do sussy stuff. So.
Yeah, several times, not just once. That's what happens when money is involved. Thank you for the tips, champion. Wow, that's why we don't like allow those anymore.
Yeah. There's more than that too, but I'm not going to give you too many ideas.
Yeah, don't give them all the ideas, Steele.
Yeah.
Then we have the SPB submission as well. And Pili's still fighting.
I mean, he's committed, you know? He's committed.
But to be fair, if SPB had forgotten to type, then still it would have... Would be nice to have some API from GDD to check this. Absolutely.
+1.
Right, we're gonna watch the we're gonna watch the rep now. 83 Jungle Valley. So he has the Voidstone in. What? Oh. So yeah, maybe he did DC. The mouse DC'd? Oh my god.
I've died like that. I lost. I don't know which. You know the one where you leveled to 100 in port map, and you're like, we did it, or something like that.
Yeah.
I died in that event to you in a breach map. In a breach, I DC'd same way. My mouse and keyboard disconnected. My USB ports were on the fritz and they disconnected, and I watched my character die in a breach.
Yeah, so I use a wired mouse, and I still have that happen maybe once or twice a year. I think on my PC it's because of USB overload, but sometimes my mouse will just stop working and I'll have to Alt-F4.
Wireless? My USB failed. So this was actually wired. My keyboard and mouse was wired.
I think
wireless.
Quite a lot of people, especially streamers that have a lot of USB tools and stuff, can have this happen a little bit more than normal.
I wasn't even streaming, dude.
Oh.
It just happened.
Yeah, because I think I have like 12 things attached to my USB ports, so a lot of the time the USB will fail.
It could happen to anybody, dude. So yeah, we will see. Here, I think, is when when he stops casting, his mouse goes boop boop boop, and he just has to watch his character die. Like he can't move. Yeah. He can't cast. Nothing can happen.
That is unfortunate. Well, lucky that if you are having PC issues, the event is sponsored by Starforge, so we can play a commercial for them. If you do want one of the best PCs in the universe, Starforge has you covered. Man, this really is a hard gauntlet. There are deaths left, right, and center, with a lot of the top racers going down. And you know what always has your back in a hard gauntlet? Starforge will make you both ferocious and strong and be able to run Path of Exile at the highest performance. Whatever your needs are, Starforge has both affordable and top-of-the-line PCs.
All right.
Perfect segue. Well, I mean, that's part of the event. I mean, we have a very big prize pool thanks to our sponsors. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the way we're doing ads as well. Obviously, like, personally, I do think events are a lot more interesting with a larger prize pool than just bragging rights. So I think I'm not alone in appreciating all our sponsors, and they definitely deserve some good shout outs.
Yeah, so again, just to reiterate, his mouse died.
Yeah.
Maybe his mouse and keyboard, I'm not sure, because maybe he could have logged.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wasn't sure what was happening, so. Yeah.
I just bought a Starforge. Hey, nice. That's awesome.
Progression from Chamber of Innocence. We are seeing a lot of Gauntlet players at least get to 50 in Chamber of Innocence.
We can go look at the ladder a little bit and see what the minimum in the top 15,000 is, because that is a good indicator of how many people are playing. Obviously, we do have a large amount of that's in the level 3 to 10 range. But I remember there's been a few gauntlets where top 15,000 at the end, like last 10 days, has been level 40. Wow. That is very high this early.
Yep, so we've seen people at least determined to try to make it as far through the campaign as possible.
Look at the deaths on the left side. Oh.
Yeah.
What have I done?
I wonder if you can see, like, how many people you've killed. If we, like... I'm curious if it's possible to, like... go by...
Dead characters. Yeah, there's over 15,000 dead characters in the gauntlet.
21 plus dead characters, by the way. You're a murderer.
Wait, was it just 21 plus 15,000?
Yep.
So... Okay, so I was hoping that we would have over 100,000 characters. I think we have had 200,000 or 300,000 characters made that's not unique players, 200,000 or 300,000 characters in previous gauntlets, and the gauntlet does normally have a 95% death rate.
Yeah, funnily enough, I was checking out Zizaran's Twitch statistics, and he also lost 15,000 followers. So, it's unfortunate.
Oh, NBA Extreme is about to take on Dodri. We definitely should watch that. NBA Extreme has died a large amount, but not giving up, showing that he really is the true ninja warrior.
Yeah, you know what? I actually love watching these Act 4 fights. We can even full screen this. Purely because these Act 4 fights for players who have got... if this is the furthest progression through the Gauntlet, it is really fun to watch them fight this part of the Gauntlet in particular because it is such a filter.
He's cycloning Dodri. I can't.
I mean, in a way...
He's so tanky though, 1.8.
Because you move while doing damage, right? Yeah. If you just never cyclone back into the balls, I guess it's kind of safe adjacent.
This is very cool. And if you think about it, this is very difficult content. What might seem like easy because it's just during the campaign. But it's great. Yeah. It's a very high difficulty because your character strength is very low relative to the content you're doing. So there might as well be the endgame bosses. That's a great picture.
Yeah, we do have... he's very happy with beating Dodre there. Again, a bit of a filter. But we do have some a tweet from NBA Extreme, which sums up his Gauntlet experience so far. So this is NBA Extreme's Gauntlet experience. As you can see, he has died a fair few times. So, but never surrender. Now we are seeing him go into Malachi here. So I'm just gonna be right back. You can take over for just a minute.
Yeah. So we are having Malachi. I'd like to take a look. Oh, Jesus. Longer break if you want. My headset's a little stuck. There we go. Pillar of the Cage God. Oh, is that what he's using? Honestly, his damage is not bad, and he does have 1,800 life. We did see a lot of people at this point have roughly 12 or 1,300. A few having 1,400. I think this is the most life we have seen for Malachi so far. And this is a very good approach. I do remember there was one Gauntlet that was particularly hard, especially Weaver was particularly hard. And there was a Gauntlet player that was determined to beat Weaver and leveled up past level 30 in Act 2 just to kill the Weaver. I believe he was like level 34. So I think he spent 15 hours farming there just to get past Weaver, and he did. He did get past it. Oh my god, he's just playing with one hand. It looks like he's just watching. He's chilling. This is so easy for him. Honestly, like, it's so cool to watch that he has died 12 times and been really struggling, and now he is literally playing with one hand. Oh, is that a highlight video with Yosis? Scriba? If we can get that in the tool, we'll watch that after this. Yes, sir. All right, good job. So we do have a highlight video with Yosis that is going to be up on YouTube. So if you do want to watch that, that is up. We will be watching it with you on cast as well, because I'm very curious to see how our lovely voice actor and lovely editor are collabing. Is Steel Mage playing for him? Well, that might be the case. You might see that Steel Mage is currently missing, and we don't know where he is. Honestly, like, this is looking so smooth. Cyclone is extremely good because of being able to move. You do have to be in melee range of the boss. He's using that Frost Blink to great effect too, or was it dash? Is he just using dash? But honestly, he's come a long way here, and he's been playing every Gauntlet so far, I believe. And very fun to see him progressing. So Steel is back, and it looks like he just found a mirror off stream. Not a surprise there.
I also got a lock.
You got a lock as well. Of course you did. So he just did a few, like, 10 minutes of farming on his other PC. We do actually have the highlight video from with Yosis and stuff, so we can see that with the voice acting. It'll be very cool. You get a live react from us, the casters.
Salutations, Exiles.
Salutations. I met him IRL.
Oh shit.
So I've seen his face. I'm one of the few people that have seen his face.
Does the voice match the face?
Yeah, it does. He looks very cool.
Badass.
Like, I was very surprised he doesn't use a face cam. I do know the reason. We're not allowed to share it under penalty of death. But always when no one has a camera, I just assume that they're hideous. But he does look like the Giga Chat emote.
Okay. Did anyone else assume Khan was hideous? Anybody else?
Yeah, I did as well. Just no cam equals hideous.
And then I met Khan in person. I was like, oh, damn. It's like, oh, wee, you know? Holy. Yeah, I will say Khan's cam doesn't do him justice, actually. He's a very handsome lad.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been playing video games for like 40 hours straight anyway.
Yeah.
He looks disheveled.
All right. Well done, NBA Extreme. We're proud of you. Now, I really do hope he doesn't get too overconfident for Act 5 Kitava, Innocence, etc.
Hey, he's potting!
He's using Pillar of the Cage God. But I really do hope that he keeps grinding a lot. It would be very cool to see NBA Extreme make it through the campaign. And yeah, if we can get another link of the highlight video, we'll put that on. We'll just have that as a full screen in a separate... I don't know if it's possible to do that while still having our cameras, or do we need it in the app for that?
No, I've sorted it out.
Sorted out? All right.
Alrighty.
We do have the link in chat there, so we're going to go watch that, and we'll do a little volume check at the start.
Oh yeah, so just yell if the volume needs to be loud. I'll just blast it. I'll probably go all the way.
Yeah.
This way. Alright, you ready, boys?
Just put it to top. It's quiet. We should start over so that we have the volume the entire time. So it was a bit low in the start. So they might not have been able to hear
I
me.
can't hear you now.
Oh. So I have mine pretty quiet here.
it's Helmet!
Number one duelist. Oof.
Who's that?
It's me? Clip it. Oh!
Nice try. Even the best players in the world die. The great filter.
Kurva.
Rode the wave.
No way, dude.
No way.
That was nutty. Honestly, I think this might be my favorite. First try.
What was he trying to say, Ziz?
What did he say?
He said, I'm not even an idiot. As in a Pathfinder.
Well, that is what most people say about Pathfinders.
Oh my god.
That was very good. Rich? So many deaths. I remember this one. It was brutal.
I actually didn't know Jung died.
Yeah, same. Jung, he's killing it this Gauntlet. Honestly, really, really good job to Yos's and Skryia. Amazing editing, amazing voiceover. And yeah, shaping up to be a really interesting Gauntlet. Hopefully all the viewers are appreciating it. And honestly, a big thank you to Shopify Rebellion, especially, who obviously doesn't have anything they're really selling as such. No link to click or anything, but they are doubling everything in the prize pool. So the prize pool is currently a little bit over $30,000, and even at this point you can donate, for example, $50, and Shopify will double that to $100, making the event very interesting. Will they bring more flash bounties? Maybe do one tomorrow?
Wouldn't be a bad idea to wait and see if we can get more people into maps. Maybe we could bait someone to do an early shaper, maybe.
Oh.
Well, not officially, because obviously people will plan for that. But maybe that could be an idea. We'll see how things go.
Yeah,
and
Scion
apparently
is still open.
Yeah, we still have Scion for Atziri. If there are any Scions willing to brave that, they can still claim that $150 flash bounty from Atziri.
Did we see the arrow rip from yesterday? I'm not sure.
The arrow rip? I do not think so.
There's Lance. If not, and you wanted it, yeah, we can watch that. Yeah, he's playing regular Cyclone.
There we go. Bit of rip content here from Arrow. That's a classic, dude.
It's like
no
such a type of protection.
There we go. I'll pause it right at the opportune moment here, so you can see that's the classic. He walks into the Revenants.
Oh no, this is double trouble.
Yeah.
Revenants and Bears.
Yeah, he's not happy about that.
He is making sure he died.
So normally, you will see a lot of people level in Blood Aqueduct, but in the Gauntlet specifically, Blood Aqueduct is not the best zone to farm for XP. So assuming he was going through there for XP.
Looks like his eyes are gone.
Yeah.
Because he has the glasses on his forehead. That's a great emote, Ruby, actually. It just looks so silly.
Yeah, rip.
NBA Extreme going towards Templar Courts, and hopefully he will stay there for a while. Would not be surprised to see that. I kind of don't see it, yeah. Still in Act 7, going strong. Yeah, so for those that are watching the cast, but also participating in the Gauntlet, feel free to write what level you're currently at in the Gauntlet. Would love to see how you guys are all doing. I hope you guys are having a great time in the Misery Gauntlet. Wow, there's a lot of people over 60.
Yeah, and they do need to be 50 if they want to claim any of those tickets for the raffle. So, 0, I died. Yeah, we've had a lot of death as we've
There has
seen.
been a lot of death. It's been wonderful.
My first ever time in hardcore, and I'm 35. We are seeing a lot of people trying hardcore for the first time. We haven't had a gauntlet in like a year or so.
Jesus.
So it has been. We've had an influx of players recently. So for a lot of players coming into PUE, maybe returning players, this might be the first time they've ever actually tried hardcore. And I promise you, it's not normally this hard. It's not normally so bad.
Is there a lot of people trying hardcore for the first time?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess just hands up in the chat if this is your first ever time playing hardcore in Path of Exile.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, like I said, I promise you it's normally not this bad.
Let's do a big hands up if you're enjoying this gauntlet, having a good time either watching or participating. It's a lot of fun so far.
I think more so than ever before, this is a spectator gauntlet for a lot of players. I do think you can appreciate the top players after having tried the campaign. It's hard to even imagine bossing. And so it gives you a perspective for when those players do eventually boss, how crazy it actually is that they're able to go not only through the campaign, through maps, but also all the way up to even potentially Ubers. So
Gonna be good. Gonna be good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you, Bruce.
yeah, bossing's gonna be wild this time.
We are seeing a lot of people interacting with the Wildwood, so if you're wondering what the plan for casting is, obviously we're going to be flexible and play it by ear, but most likely today and very likely tomorrow are going to be shorter casts, like approximately 4 hours, just to go over everything that happens while we're gone and things like that. And then especially once people start getting ready to boss and doing harder content, we will be doing a little bit longer. Just did my first yellow map. What the fucks is? Yeah, so we did put 60% haste. We put 60% haste.
Don't put me
on yellow
involved in
maps.
this. Don't involve me. I heard Ben, by the way, and say, quote, yellow maps with the haste is demonic. So
Yeah, we are gonna do some interviews. Honestly, we could grab MB Extreme maybe in a Discord call and do like a little interview with his experience so far if he's down.
Definitely.
Maybe we can have Matiki or Ultima drop by and see if he's interested in just joining us for a quick Discord call.
You know, this might not be the best time to do it though, because audio.
Is audio bad?
I have not tested it for Discord after splitting it.
I mean, we could check with Ultimate could join us for a quick Discord call to test before we ask.
Yeah, because it might not even go through the.
Yeah, Ultimate, could you call Steel Mage on Discord and we'll just do a quick.
It could also be really loud too. I have no idea.
Okay, Matiki, you would just cough. Matiki, could you give us a few like I'm British, mate, on Discord? How do you know I was British, mate? I can call. Okay, cool, excellent. Just call Steel Mage on Discord. I wonder if DM and Rax are back yet, or are they sleeping? Being American, DM is asleep, and Rax is asleep. There, Chronex messaged you. Oh.
No.
Oh, that's loud, isn't it? Put it down to 40. Maybe instead of muting him down, put the entire Discord in the sound down, like in your Windows sound.
I wonder if this
Testing.
works now.
Oh,
Testing.
that sounds pretty quiet and good now. Can he hear us?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah.
He can hear us. Too quiet. Okay, so put that back up then.
Testing. Testing.
I do think instead of individually muting, we're better off opening the Windows sound and turning down Discord 30% or something from what it is right now, so that we don't have to do that.
Apparently it's good. Everyone's saying it's perfect now.
Yes, but now you're gonna have to do that for every single person.
Everyone's gonna have their own different microphone. It's not gonna matter.
Okay.
Yeah, there are going to be some differences in microphone levels from people, but mine should be pretty average.
Yeah. For example, whenever I go on Discord with Ziz, I have to mute him. So. Alrighty. So, assuming chat can hear it, we should be good. And we can always tweak it.
Yeah, bodied.
So.
Absolutely bodied. All right, yeah. If anyone can reach out to MB Extreme, we would love an interview from MB Extreme to ask how he's doing so far.
That was cold.
He didn't even flinch, didn't even smile. It was just like,
It wasn't a joke.
Jesus Christ, I'm right here, man. Messaging him now? Excellent.
Can you can you watch this strip? Okay, give us a second. I can maybe I'll just verify there's no PP. Alrighty. I do love whenever we get linked a clip, it's a clip we've seen before from someone else. Like, these are bosses people died to. Like, you're not alone. you know. We've seen this exact same rip clip like 3 times now.
Chevron is honestly one of the highest. Chevron and Solaris are probably the highest rippers.
It's because people don't understand that if you stay near the balls, they'll detonate, like Stormburst kind of. So you actually have to go through and constantly kite. You can't like be near her when the balls are not coming out.
Karatha just got a Watcher's Eye apparently. We can look at that later.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
So you see, when they pop like that, they're gonna overlap and they're just gonna obliterate you. And you can see he has 5k life, by the way.
5k life.
And most likely, I think 80 max res, I think is what I was told.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, sadly, this build is especially vulnerable to the pen because obviously it's used to being so overcapped, probably used to not taking damage, and then the pen just absolutely obliterates.
Yeah.
I did this with 3k life.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Some,
Okay, we need to go look at what Garatha just got. If we can pull up Garatha's stream or get a clip maybe of that, which is probably what Zibi is linked. I would assume. So we can see there that he has a Malevolence, damage over time, Watcher's Eye. Absolutely insane find. Especially for the build he's playing.
So it was, that dot multi-malevolence Watcher's Eye on the first Watcher's Eye, potentially the first Watcher's Eye of the entire event. And he got his best in slot.
And he got that from a Valdo's puzzle box. Extremely lucky. So he has not fought any bosses and just got 22% more damage, basically. Insane.
I'm looking.
Calling now. So he needs to call Steel Mage. If he's trying to message me, that doesn't work. Sorry. Void Key, not Valdo's puzzle box.
He's just looking for him. I am quite hard to find.
You are very hard to find. So small. I'm seeing a lot of MFing, so people are back down to white maps right now. Bring him up on the screen. Yeah, we can have one of the people be on big stream. We can have that instead of Karn, maybe. He's taking a break. Oh, he just came back. All right.
Hello. I guess I'll call him.
Yeah. We'll do a quick volume check.
Ready for call? Push him up?
Just call him. It's fine.
Yeah, YOLO. Is this even legit? Yeah. Go. Alright. Here we go. Pause it.
Hello?
Hello? Test. Hello?
Yeah. Do a quick little volume check to hear if MB Stream's volume is fine, chat, and then we'll do a quick little interview. Volume's perfect. Awesome. MB Extreme, thank you so much for joining us. How's, in a few quick words, what's been your Gauntlet impression so far?
I think this is probably by far the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Like, honestly.
Oh, wow. Okay. That means a lot coming from a true ninja warrior. So is it safe to say you're enjoying it then?
It's like a love and hate relationship because I like to play kind of like fancy builds. You know, if I like literally, I started this character off as like a bleed lacerate character because I found like the screaming eagle and I was like, hey, I have an axe with movement speed. I need to get something with fist going. Then I was like, wait, can I even use Lacerate with Screaming Eagle with an X or something like that? And we continued, and at some point I did the lab, and then I dropped the Pillar of the Cage God, and I was like, yo, let's go strength stacking, Cyclone, Shockwave, something in that part, you know, but as you guys saw, it's good. I mean...
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
you're
it's
still
probably not the
alive.
best.
Can't compete with that. Like, very impressive. What's your plan going forward now? Like, what are your plans next?
I mean, staying alive, I guess. I mean, Chad told me I should stay at, like, before Innocence to, like, level 55, and I'm currently
Yeah.
level 45, so... Or 46 now, at my kill speed rate, this is probably gonna take a day or two, but then I feel confident enough to kill Innocence, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
really
see if I
rooting
can-
for you, and I really want to see you finish the campaign. So 55 is absolutely a really good idea. And I believe you have 12 deaths so far.
It's more than that. It's just like, at some point I was like, let's level up a new character, because I really enjoyed the Act 1 in the Gauntlet, and I kept on doing, so I think this is actually number 14. It just 13 and 14 already died, so if this one dies, I think we're gonna continue with 15. But
Wow. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, we saw your tweet. That was
Yeah,
that was really funny.
the meme tweet image was very good.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, with
I
the
mean-
Reaper coming for all your characters. Yeah.
very good.
I'm
Awesome.
trying. I'm
Yeah.
trying.
You're doing exceptionally well, and you've been playing quite a lot of the gauntlets, right? Is this the furthest you made it in a gauntlet?
No, actually not. The thing is, my only goal ever in the Gauntlets was just to reach campaign, just to finish the campaign. And I think in the first Gauntlet, I think I killed like 4 or 5 characters at Duedre. A bunch of on Weaver and stuff, you know, but I think 2 characters have become like level 45 and they both died on Innocence. That was the first Gauntlet. So I said like next Gauntlet I'm gonna do it for sure, right? And sadly, my character, I don't even know what I've played, but I died on Act 10 Kitava right before maps, and that was the point where I really was like kind of getting like super mad, you know? When your goal is to get to just finish the campaign and you die on the end boss and you're like, no, please no. But then I didn't have enough motivation to start over again and die like another 10 characters through Act 1 to the Weaver to Duedre. There's like every single zone is something that is extremely dangerous, you know? So we're gonna
Yeah.
see.
No, absolutely.
We're gonna
It'll be very interesting to see how far you go. Maybe hopefully see you get to the Oasis that is white maps and maybe even get to 95 this time.
I wouldn't bet on that for sure.
I
Not
believe in
bet on
you.
that.
I believe in you. White maps till 95. You got this.
I think the goal for a lot of players is to get through the campaign because it's so difficult and you just want to like you don't want to succumb to it, right? You just want to get through it at least once.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's like a good goal to shoot for, I think.
Absolutely.
I was actually surprised that I was able to do the lab, and so I continued doing lab and trying to get like any cool gems. I found like Rage Vortex Berserking, so I thought like maybe with Strength stacking Pillar of the Cage God, but then I was like, and I have to level another character, so I just slap on this way and just get the next points into Strength stacking and see if anything will improve, whatever.
I mean,
So,
it,
yeah.
it gets you a lot of life too. You are probably the tankiest character we've seen early so far with 1.9k in Act 5.
I mean, I'm
Well,
doing
Rax is-
everything for it.
Yeah, I think Rax was also pretty similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you get back to grinding. Thank you so much for joining us here for an interview, and good luck. I hope to see you finish the campaign in a day or two.
Well, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Yeah,
Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.
We should look at Garatha. He just got another void key.
Yeah, do we know if he's actually opened up that key?
No, it's in his inventory right now.
Alright, well we can full screen that. Well, I guess we don't need to full screen it, but
No.
we'll just look at that top left screen.
We're looking. Looking.
MF paying off.
Yeah, absolutely.
+1.
You got the Watchers? Yeah, but this is the second one. So he's gonna open that now. He stashed it? Well, he's probably just finishing off the map.
Yeah.
A lot of 6 sockets and things like that, which is really gonna add up, give him a lot of fuses.
So he's not actually running multi-proj or anything like that, so I think the name of the game is just juice up the league mechanic and get default good loot. I mean, that's the thing. If you go... So if you get a map with enough juice, even with like base content, it's still gonna be really, 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 really good. If you get high enough juice. And the thing is, that's more about getting lucky in the wildwood with your spawns. And so if he goes to maybe 10, 20 maps and gets one really good map, even without Abyss, he's still gonna get those divine orbs, those keys, and maybe things like Taste of Hate and coils or so.
I'm just so excited to see him opening, especially since he just got a Watcher's Eye.
Imagine he gets a Progenesis.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That, if he gets one of the really rare things, and the Valdos, or sorry, the Voidborn boxes can change the game entirely. There are a lot of boss drops in there. Dropping a Progenesis right now would change the entire playing field off the ladder. Honestly, that would probably be the best thing anyone could drop.
Yeah,
even more than a Mage Blood.
Progenesis or Mage Blood, yeah.
Well, the thing is, a Progenesis would make it so much easier to farm a Mage Blood.
Do we know if Defiance of Destiny exists in the keys?
I would doubt it.
It would be allowed, but someone would have had to have submitted it literally like now, and it would have had to been updated as of last patch.
Yeah.
So there's a chance. It doesn't, it does. So
wait, he had a Valdos puzzle box, right? Not a Voidborn Reliquary key.
he can't drop those, remember?
Oh, true. It must have been a Valdos. Voidborn.
A Valdos, a key, a map.
They both start on V. Yeah, no, the biggest surprise to me so far this Gauntlet has been how many people have been doing red and yellow maps early. Like I said, I was expecting a lot of people to be in tier 5 maps and no higher than that for the first 4 or 5 days. Because of how dangerous both yellow and red maps are. But a lot of players have actually done a lot of their red map completion already. But now we're seeing people go back down to white maps and do a lot of magic finding, which is more what we were expecting.
Yeah.
And we have seen several of our top players, rank 1 and rank 2, dying high on the ladder.
Yeah. We did have a question about what Progenesis actually is. So the reason why it's such a game changer is it allows you to absorb large hits. So it will delay that damage, or absorb it, or however you want to say it, and convert it into a dot effectively.
Basically gives you like 40-45% effective HP, right?
Yeah, so think of it as like double fortify.
It's insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, or a stagger mechanic. Yeah. Now Ben has not died. No.
Yeah, Ben is alive rank 1 right now.
Yeah.
But Exile still is technically above him on points until he's passed. It's petrified blood on a flask without the downside? Yeah.
I've cleared 3 hacks in lab, so proud. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
So Exile died at rank 1, and then NN died at rank 2.
Exile was a bit despair after his rip. I think he is going again. Same with Alkaizer. It is obviously a pretty brutal gauntlet. They do have the time, but it can be a bit difficult to get the motivation to reroll when you die so... Like, these are high-level characters in the mid-90s, and so going again can be a bit difficult, but they do have the time. I don't think time is going to be the concern.
Yeah.
They just have to have that willpower to go again in such a difficult gauntlet. Yeah, Alkaizer
What
did
percentage
die.
of people that try actually finish the campaign in this? I would assume anyone that makes a character, probably less than 5% get to maps. I would assume.
Well, we can take a quick look here at the ladder. Assuming map people are at level 70 by the time they hit.
Well,
maps.
we're about to see the Apostle Valdo.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, we can
Voidborn.
wait.
Void.
But assuming people are 70 by the time they get through the campaign, and yeah, it would be at this point it would be a tiny percentage of players. At this point.
Zizaran vendoring 3 Ventress Gambles here, trying to get a new one that is the same as Divining.
What's the URL for the leaderboard? So we have a tool from Faderon, Path of Exile Racing. This has all leaderboards for all leagues, and it has one specifically for the Gauntlet as well, custom made to show all the points for the event. So if you type exclamation mark ladder, you can get a direct link there.
Here we go. Looking. Imagine.
So the event or bounty to determine which is best is purely determined by
Positive numbers.
So you could technically win with a 0 quant Ventors, which is illegal in my opinion, but it is purely based off total score there.
Ballin'. Oh.
I have no idea.
Oh, Venter. Unlucky. But is it a good one?
I mean, the fact that he got a Watch His Eye is insane because we've only had one good foil the entire league.
Very bad Venters.
We did get the best foil though, so. I missed the Flash Bounty. Yeah, sure, I can read. Well, I mean, it's a little bit hard for me to see exactly who claimed what. But I'll read them out to my knowledge at least.
Yeah.
So on Duelist we have Khan getting that first Atziri Flash Bounty. I think we have Goratha on Ranger claiming first Ranger Atziri. NN claiming first Guardian. We have Terrence claiming first Witch. Qualia claiming first Shadow on an Explosive Trap build. And then Say Bye Bye claiming first Marauder. We do not have Scion claimed yet.
Let's get some new people in, mix it up a little bit. Wonder how Dexter's doing. Maybe get one of the Totem people in as well. I think he's eating, maybe.
Let's see.
We do have Pilly there. What about Tati? How's he doing? Is Rice back on yet? Having AFK in a map at the start. There we go. He is playing. Rise doing really well during expeditions. So he's back, recovered from his death. 11 class rank.
Alright, we have Lance, Arise, and Pillabrel. We did see Pillabrella going for that first Marauder Atziri. Unfortunately, his build... So Chieftain is more of a clear ascendancy, not necessarily designed for high single target, so he actually did lose the Flash Bounty to Say Bye Bye purely because of DPS.
That was so fun. So Pilly was fighting Atziri, and Say Bye Bye was in his hideout specking, like respecking his character, doing reflect immunity, and then Say Bye Bye starts when Pilly was roughly done with the first stage, so there's 3 left to go, and he just starts Atziri, one-shots the Vals, one-shots the trio, and Pilly crushes, his client crushes. So yeah, pretty crazy. There's a lot of low map farming going on at the moment, so a lot of the players will be looking for essences and just a large amount of chaos and things like that as well, especially being able to reroll safely if you're going to be doing chaos red maps at all, and even getting things like regals for the completion would be huge right now. Pillar was really sad that Chieftain sharing Marauder with Bones on Joy. Yeah, I mean, the scene in general and price pool would have to be a lot larger for us to be able to do an ascendancy related thing. Do you think Lance will be able to do damage to have yellow maps? I'm not sure.
Well, that's the thing.
He's
right?
so tanky.
Chieftain does solve your clear. So I wouldn't think Lance would have issues with overall clear. Those pops are just so strong. But single target wise, it's a bit hard to say.
Yeah.
He is insanely... Oh, to be fair, he's not a Chieftain though. I keep forgetting.
He's a jug.
He's a jug.
He's a jug. So he's just tanky, doesn't have particularly good clear, and does need to be scared of degens.
Yeah. I know chat was telling me how impressive his armor count is. He has something like... He probably has 100k armor at this point.
That's pretty insane early.
So...
That is pretty insane.
Yeah, I've been told he's going to go on armor stacker, so you will be translating that armor into damage as long as he can get the uniques required to make the swap.
What do you think about the levels of different builds? I am very surprised with the diversity. We've never seen this much diversity in a Gauntlet. And I was saying before the Gauntlet too, like I was not expecting a lot of diversity in skills used because it is such a hard Gauntlet and that does pigeonhole you a little bit. So we are seeing more jugs than anything else, but the top 20, top 50 is a lot of different classes. We are seeing everything. So the new trans gem is probably enabling a lot there. Extremely cool to see, and hopefully really fun from a viewer perspective, seeing so many different builds. Like right now on the screen, we're seeing Righteous Fire, we're seeing Blink Arrow, and we are seeing Armageddon Brand Cremation. And just a lot of different things here that we've never seen before in a Gauntlet. So very cool to see.
Now we are getting some requests to see Alkaizer and Exile's rips. Obviously these are two previous Gauntlet champions, so we can take a look at the clips again. They have both re-rolled, I believe. Obviously both pretty sad to die though. They were a bit demotivated after their deaths, understandably. But hopefully we can see them both re-rolling and going again. I'll just play those clips now. Take a quick look.
Yeah, so Exile died at rank 1. We did just have the rank 2 and then die. So currently Ben is rank 1 alive. I think rank 3 on XP right now. But he will be catching up and taking that number 1 spot. So this expedition does have either 2 different 15% pen or 1 30 pen fire. But quite a lot of damage mods on the expedition, which I was very surprised to see here.
So you can see how quickly he actually dies. He has that Arch Nemesis Lightning Obelisk just popping off at him, and it is getting affected by that penetration. So it just destroys him in like less than a second. Like he can't even really react.
We have the NBA stream on stream.
Huh?
The text on reviews.
Right. No worries.
We're good.
And then we have Alkaizer's rip here as well. Now, this is actually a tier 5 map, by the way. So Exile was in a red map. Alkaizer was in a tier 5. This is a white map. Notably absent from a lot of those rippy damage mods that we saw from the yellow and the red maps.
And this is what I believe it was Tukohama possessed or Kitava possessed, extra chaos, and overwhelm fizz. Oh, it's Arkali touched. So on top of that, it is double empowered as well with 1,700 blue and 862 purple. So a very strong monster here, and it gets massively affected by the multi-proj. So you can see as soon as it starts hitting out projectiles, we can see it here in slow motion, that it is just destroying, and that's just one of the hits landing.
So you can see the balls in the ground, that vomit, as it lands. We'll just clean one hit him there. Well, you know what I mean, instantly kill him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And obviously I think he blinks as well as the hit lands. You can see his eyes glance at chat. He blinks.
Bad time to blink,
Yeah.
but either way, it wouldn't have done much of a difference there.
So unfortunately, he wasn't really sure like what even killed him there.
We can do a quick t-shirt ad as well. That is one of the ways to support the Gauntlet.
Yeah, no worries.
That is what we're both wearing as well. If you're enjoying watching the Gauntlet, you can go to shop.zizaran.com and pick yourself up some amazing t-shirts. They come in both small or large. So we have something for whatever you need. Oh god. Awesome. So that is one of the ways. And we did just have a rip there from Beltora. But yeah, that is one of the ways you can support the Gauntlet. And we do have, I don't know if we can bring it up, but we do have a new hoodie available on shop.zizaran.com for our more rotund viewers or those that are in bulking season. So it's available at all sizes, but does go all the way up to 6XL. And that is a hoodie with a zipper as well. So you can see that, and it has a large Gauntlet logo at the back. It is only available in white. And we do have that available in all sizes.
6?
So,
Holy.
6XL. Alternatively, you could also use this as a tent to sleep in at night. And a lot of other Gauntlet hoodies. And as a something we would do now and again, previous Gauntlets are available in a mirrored version. So swapped the other way around if you missed one. Permanent bulking season.
Yeah. I just want to be spying on Ben at all times in case something crazy's going down. But it looks like Ben, I guess I'll just swap him real quick. You can see Ben has just been farming low tier content for a while, just getting that wildwood juice, seeing if he... I'm not sure if he actually has a Cephals or not. I feel like we would be told if he has a Cephals. That is one of the items he needs to actually go into the Ubers. Should be able to get that though pretty easily. I think it's a tier 2, so not too, maybe even a tier 3, not too rare.
Yeah, and we'll probably see people in white maps MFing now for quite a bit, and then once we see a few more things like Taste of Hate, Aegis on some builds, and Coil, people might be able to handle MFing in 73 maps, and maybe during the next 2 or 3 days we will see like a Mage Blood drop.
Oh, we do actually have a clip of that rip from earlier that we saw.
Very cool.
Here we go. So this is fresh off the press.
Fresh rip just dropped, boys. Is the beam gonna get him?
Dude, I hate this boss.
No, not the beam. 60% less life recovery.
No, mate. The panic log at the end there too.
Yeah. Oh.
Rip. That's the way she goes.
Another person in the tool died as well. Meow Mixed, that is in the animation thing there. Harvest. Steel always gets a little bit like jarred when we see Harvest rips. Obviously having.
I didn't die to Harvest. I died to a memory. It's different.
Steel dying to Harvest this thing was unexpected.
Oh wow! The no way.
No.
What?
So really interesting here. If we go back 1 second, he could have saved himself by quick thinking here, because once he goes out here, you do actually have Grace. So he could have saved himself by standing still after zoning and letting the Corrupting Blood expired, but he instantly moves, killing himself.
Does he actually get? He should get Grace, right?
Yeah. But he
instantly
moves.
Instantly moves. Yeah. Wow. Rip.
Yeah, so you can see that he does get, I believe it is 10 seconds of grace that he gets here. Wow, literally instant. Yeah, 10 seconds of grace. So he could have saved himself, but chose not to. It is hard to decide that split second, and maybe he did not have a logout macro. Meow CB. Right, I'm gonna go get some more water. Do you want to?
No, I'm okay. I stream now. Just panic, yeah. How you going? Not using that grace period? Yeah. It's one of those, like, mechanics you take for granted as someone who's been playing PoE for so long, but things like grace period, animations going invisible, you take that for granted. Like, whenever I see someone die like that, I'm like, why didn't they do the thing that's really obvious? But apparently he was distracted as well, so I don't even think he knew he was going that low that quick to CB there. Steel, when are you winning the Gauntlet? 2 years ago. Yep. I'm not gonna win anymore, I think. So. Fell off, I did. I'm on the bench, I'm a caster now. How has the cast been, by the way? Obviously it's my first time doing anything like this with Ziz. Normally I would be a competitor, but hopefully it has been relatively entertaining, minus the hiccups and all that. Listen up, kids. I've been playing this hardcore game called Path of Diablo 5 for a long time now. Path of Diablo 5, what the heck? What did you play when you won? we talked about this earlier, but there is a concept called comfort picks. So people like Khan and Alkaizer are most likely going to play to the comfort, in which case they're going to play skills like Bone Shatter. So back when I actually managed to complete the Gauntlet, I was playing Shield Spectral Throw with Bleed. So Bleed Glad. And that was my comfort pick at the time. I was very comfortable playing Bleed Glad. And even though it wasn't a popular pick in the Gauntlet, I think I was the only one really competing at a high level with that ability. But I was able to win the Gauntlet with that just because I felt comfortable. Like I was able to, how would I describe it? I felt like I had control over the situation. I don't know if that makes sense. Do you know when you maybe you can empathize with this or relate to this? When you play a certain archetype for a long time and then you try something else and you're like, ugh, like I get that this is good, but I'm not, this feels like not right, Yeah, it's almost like muscle memory, but One Trick Pony. Well, that's the thing. I haven't played Bleed Glad for a long time now. So I do switch my archetypes up every so often. But at the time, I was very comfortable on Bleed. I have competed on the Gauntlet on multiple archetypes. These days, I get called a Pathfinder Andy. These days, I'm more of a Pathfinder enjoyer. But yeah, at the time, I was a Bleed enjoyer. So yeah. Yeah, I did indeed win a race with Essence Strain. Twice, actually. I won Legion and Blight with Essence Strain. So, I have played many archetypes in my time. But generally speaking, I'm more comfortable with one... Like, I have my comfort pick regardless. I'm not going to go back to ED and feel comfortable. Right now, it's all about that Pathfinder. Yeah, funnily enough, there actually is a viable Bleed build for the Gauntlet. I would say Bone Shadow of Complex Trauma Bleed could be playable. Probably worse than regular Bone Zone, but it actually is the best melee Bleed skill in the game right now. So Quinn build? Nah, I mean, like, legit. It actually is the best melee Bleed skill. So the only other Bleed builds you can play are Bow. And unfortunately, Bow Bleed is a bit jank because your mobility is unfortunately a bit low and Snipe is too clunky to boss with. I mean, it's not too awful to boss with, but the Gauntlet's brutal. It's very unforgiving. SBB has a level 4 Enlighten, by the way. No shot. Hang on, give us a second here. I'll just pull up the ladder board. Did he really? Is that from Gravicius then? Or did he... is it like in his gear? Or did he just pull it randomly from a div card or something? It's not equipped, I think. Right, so he must have got that from like... I can only imagine it coming from Gravicius. I can't imagine it was linked in chat. Right. You just got a Saphels as well. Say bye-bye. Right. That's crazy. Are you still eligible for raffles after you die after a certain level? Yep. So don't delete your character. If you delete your character, they won't be able to like pass your character. So as long as you don't delete your character, it doesn't matter if you die. I mean, obviously it does because you died, but you'll still be eligible for the raffle as long as you're the right level. I think it's level 50 plus. You can start getting eligible for the raffle. Did Ziz break again? Yep, can confirm. He broke. You look like you want to sell me a car with that jacket. I think the jackets are a nice touch, honestly. It's a little bit silly, but I think it's a nice touch. It's a good meme. What happens if one is able to kill the Ubers? Does the event get extended? Oh, if no one is able to kill the Ubers. No, so it's not an event for the first player to kill everything. It's an event for whoever gets the furthest. So it doesn't matter if we don't see a full clear. The first Gauntlet ever, even before Zizaran was running our Gauntlets, so this is kind of like the precursor to the official Gauntlet, was cleared by only killing Shaper by Garatha. So Garatha was able to just kill Shaper. I mean, it was still an achievement, don't get me wrong, but yeah, obviously it's a different era of the game now. We now have Ubers and other crazy boss fights, but yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Can you talk about some stats, like what percentage of players made it to Act 5, Act 10? I don't think we have...
Yeah, we don't have numbers like that.
But we can check a look at PoE Racing, and we can see how many players in the top 15,000 have made it to what level. So we can actually see top 50 is level 90. So there are a lot of people actually making it to
Yeah,
maps.
let's see how many people are level 90 already. Maybe going to page 3 or something.
Yeah, that was super ambitious. It was literally 50.
Okay. So 50 people are level 90, and there are 15,000 people above level 22. So obviously 21 to 0 or 21 to 1 is a very, very large RIP percentage there. So we're going to have a lot of people dead there. So we could probably estimate that there's over 100,000 characters made in the Gauntlet already.
Yeah.
And we do usually, after a week or so, or a few days after the Gauntlet, we do get some stats from Grinding Gear Games, like how many unique characters were made in the Gauntlet, and how many players there were, and things like that. I did request if they could try to tally how many people died in Mudflats, but Mudflats is actually a lot less deadly than normal, because normally we have the Fizz's extra elemental, and yeah, that is very deadly.
Yeah, so as we can see, if we assume roughly level 70 is when people are starting to enter maps or getting ready to enter maps, there are over 1,000 players, nearly 1,200 players that have made it to maps. Not all alive, granted, but yeah, over 1,000 people have managed to successfully get to, maybe not quite get to maps, but close around that level. Can't really tell, but...
Living characters. Interesting filter. Wow. So it's 15,000 living characters above 22. That's crazy. I'm surprised. So there must be just a large amount of people. And if we look at dead characters, then it is 15,000 also dead above 22.
I think because it got extended, it might not be 100% accurate. Because you can see it goes from 1 to 160, and normally it... so I think it's just the way it's coding.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. Right. Oh. Right, so the rank 1 is dead. I see. I see. Interesting. Retired characters. I wonder how many people gave up. I don't think it's loading.
No.
I think I broke it.
I think you broke it.
We do have some bounties still yet to be claimed as well. A lot of these are the boss kills. So first to kill Uber Atziri using a transfigured flame blast. First to slay Lycia with the Blood of Innocence relic. That is the one with 50% more damage, 50% more tank. First to die at ladder rank level 98 or higher.
I'm surprised no one's claimed the Brother's Gift and Brother's Stash. We are seeing some people starting to do the Wildwood in those low maps, specifically Cemetery.
That will most likely be claimed in the next 12 hours now that so many people are at Cemetery. You just need to have one stash and Brother's Gift in your inventory at the same time. I am more surprised that nobody has claimed the first Orb of Annulment Tier 1 spell suppression modifier on a 6 modifier rare item.
Well, it makes sense because you need to be doing 85 content, right? So you need to be doing tier 16s. And
No, you don't.
What?
You can do this in white maps. We see a lot of our racers do have item level 85 gear from Gwenin and Rog, etc. So I've seen like a lot of our racers do have that level of gear, and Exile even rolled over an item with tier 1 spell suppression that he wasn't going to keep when he had annulments. So maybe it's just that players don't want to risk that they lose their annulment, because it is a very important...
Well, nulls are rarer than divines and exalts.
Exactly.
So
total level score filter. I wonder who has leveled the most. Maybe I have to refresh. I think it's like bugging out a bit. I broke it.
someone
Wait.
submitted an item but didn't show the character sheet. Yeah, just a reminder to double check when you are submitting bounties or boss skills to make sure you're doing it properly. It is a technicality, but it is important to keep it fair. We do see people occasionally, try to cheese their way through submissions. So whenever you're playing with real money, you do kind of need to make sure it's done.
Yeah,
properly.
we have had some people trying to cheat on bounties in the past. CRX is number 1 with a 85, a 82, a 62, and a 31. The 31 is alive. His name is now No Risks. So, So first name is Worst Ascendancy. The second one is Yep It Is. The third one has no name. The fourth one is now No Risks. And then Zibi is the number 2 most died, and he's currently alive on a 33. Didn't want to map anyway. And then Tuad is number 2. And then Altfrax number 3. So we do have...
Oh god, you see some people are dying a lot during those early levels. So
Yeah.
You can see a bit of...
I'm surprised. I wonder,
red
NBA Extreme, I guess he died mostly at low level. Mosh is quite high up on the ladder too, so this is like most amount of deaths and things like that.
I wonder if we can see he's got the longest, just raw list. Hey, Elementaling, we've seen him participate in the Gauntlet as well. I remember he was playing a Righteous Fire Jug last time, I think.
Was Elementaling the guy that was like Tai Killer? Or am I mixing people?
This isn't Tai Killer. I don't know if that's what you mean.
Oh. No, but it sounded like. I realize Elementaling is not Tai Killer.
I don't think I watched the interview.
Right.
So.
Yeah, a lot of people have died here. I see a lot of people with like 3 and 4 deaths. Jesus. I'm killing so many people.
Yeah. One thing I also like to check is this filter.
Also, what a cool tool we have access to. PoE racing is so good.
Yeah.
Sis, love Dura the sec. Please, Sis, I got a second job or full-time job.
What the fuck, Ziz? Ziz told me it's safe.
Sis X Steel fanfiction. Hello.
Ziz and Steel's escape room. Standing up for Ziz. Ziz dies less than me.
Build sponsored by Sis.
Fuck your Beseg.
Fuck Zizaran. Damn you, Ziz. Holy shit, I love Ziz.
Ziz is a monster.
Yeah.
Harder Gauntlet play. Don't tempt him. Don't tempt him.
Should we make the next Gauntlet even harder, chat?
Don't say yes. Oh, you guys are psychos.
I do really like the Oasis. If I had my way, I would make a lot harder campaign, probably 2 or 3 times as difficult as now. But then I would have that once you finish the campaign, it lost all the mods, so that you only have to complete the campaign. Maybe even each time you kill an Act boss. If you kill Merveil, Act 1 no longer has mods. If you kill Val Oversoul, Act 2 no longer has mods. That would be an ideal scenario. But and that would feel very rewarding, I think. But then you could make it a lot harder.
It's an interesting idea. The idea that you can chip away at the mods, maybe.
Yeah.
No, my thingy fell. It's my logo thingy.
Oh, it's supposed to be ripped off anyway.
Oh no, There we go. I was trying to tug at it, but yeah, it's just the label. Tapered.
Yeah, we did get some suit spot right before. And the guy that we bought it from asked us, like, what do we do and what do we need it for? And we said that we were Twitch streamers. And
then he started a mega lolling.
He actually used to
so
stream.
That's all you do. Like, that's badass.
So you don't have a job. No, he used to stream on Twitch, so he gave us like
30% discount.
30% discount.
Opinions on best unique so far on the Gauntlet? Well, we don't need opinions. Check this out. We actually are able to pass a few things. We can actually do a quick check here and see if we have any spicy items.
Look at that, Juggernaut being 10% of the player base.
Yeah, and Chieftain being another.
Let's see how many people have things like Taste of Hate and a few other like key items. See if anyone's wearing any. I would be surprised to see any fourth. Well, still that guy.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
A lot of people are saving. A lot of people are saving.
Oh, he's alive.
He's still alive. A lot of people are saving their Taste of Hates for later when they're able to have a lightning coil at the same time in case they die.
We don't have any Defiance of Destinies. Obviously, no Mage Bloods. No Headhunters. Any other cool items we can take a look at, you think? Maybe coils?
Any Legion Jewels? Ooh.
We do have a few coils. Not bad.
Any Onigoroshis?
We do have
you
two.
Sick fuck.
Palworld Trash Beseg.
I didn't even know that was going to be farmable. Immutable Forest and Blood Notch, true. Karn has Tainted Pact, wow.
Not wearing it though. Unfortunately, that's not something you just put
Blood
on.
Notch combo?
Honestly, I'd be surprised if anyone's even wearing any jewels at all. Is there? Can I? No, I don't think I can sort by type. But I would be surprised. Well, back to the. Well, to be fair, it does give you stun immunity. And blood notched. No, so we do have one immutable. Just using it for the stun. So. Diadem. Yeah, no diadem.
Any other Watcher's Eyes? So we can have a lot of cool uniques come out of the Voidborn boxes. So there are cool
so in terms of the
there.
most popular uniques, Tear of Purity, because it gives you that purity of elements, which gives you shock and freeze immunity and ignite immunity, which is very nice.
Apparently the Aegis guy died.
Yeah, he did. He entered a 4-way or a 3-way and instantly died. Like, instantly died. So you're asking, has anyone got a Timeless Jewel? I would bet all the money in the world that he doesn't.
Glorious?
Well, I guess you would have to type them all out, right? So Glorious Vanity, Militant Faith,
Lethal Pride.
Lethal Pride.
No. There's none.
Cloak of Flame.
Widow Hell. Huh.
Yeah, we do have a few Cloak of Flames. You
Cloak
can
of
get it
very
in the
strong,
campaign.
especially since that also helps against dots.
Yeah. Do item jewel on filter.
Up, I think.
No, I don't think you can sort by slot like that. Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Literally only 2 jewels in the entire league. That's it.
What about flasks? What kind of flasks are people using? Rocka or Flying Challenge, Wise Oak.
Dude, all dog shit.
Yeah, just one Taste of Hate. What else can we see there for uniques? Thousand Ribbons.
Yeah, I mean, unsurprisingly, mostly campaign leveling items. So.
Yeah, I mean, we can... Honestly, we can look at the bottom to see if there's any rare stuff.
I think the bottom is the top Ziz. Because, you know, there's one of each person with one unique. That's why it says 0.0.
Yeah.
So
I'm just seeing if someone has any rare items.
like, because there's one intuitive leap, so these are all 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, to see if anyone has any like special rare items. So here we have one Aegis.
Yep.
The one
would be Alkaizer.
Risthatha's Amberweight. Asena's Mark. Very cool. There are 2 people with a Widow Hail. March of the Legion. Gull, definitely a good pickup early. Skull
Ben
End.
looted a 4th vow.
Wow.
That's actually really good.
That could be huge.
I don't think
Foible.
he'll pivot to that on his build. I would be surprised. There is a non-zero chance because he's running Bone Offering. He could drop the Grace and just run shit. Fourth Vow would work.
Karn still rank 1 damage, according to
He said only
this.
bad builds use Fourth Vow.
Oh, that's the opposite of what Dan says. Dan like uses that a lot. Is this the same guy as last time? 6.5k life? Yeah, just getting strength on everything. What build was he? Summon
Two
Raging
people
Spirits.
with Relicash and Patience.
Really? Do you want to type that? Wow, they must have been happy.
Khan's EA
50 and
Khan's EA
37. That's
backup. We got Ziz's alt playing the Gauntlet.
crazy. Wait, he's actually going EA. What a Giga Chad. Maybe I should do EA later since I'm not competing for bosses anyway and just show people how it's done with Explosive Arrow. Look at those explosions from Ben here.
Yeah, we can have a few magic finders on the screen here. So obviously we have Garatha, Ben, and Say Bye Bye. And they're actually all magic finding now. Or maybe Garatha is doing red maps now.
Yeah,
Might be off of
Garatha's
that
in tier
completion.
11. Does have 4 out of 8 coming storms, so he will be picking up his Lightning Coil. I'm surprised that he's not staying in low maps more because he really does need that taste of hate. Red maps might be really, really difficult.
I love that he's still using the Divination Distillate in red maps.
That's crazy. I'm very surprised. Honestly, doing red maps this early, especially on a Pathfinder, I would not be surprised to see Garatha getting clipped by something here. There's so many things that can kill him. And I do feel like people are maybe not respecting like staying and stalling a little bit, which we have some experts out here in low maps and just like farming a lot of the gear you want. I think that is a very good idea. I wonder if Ben is rolling multi-barrage on the maps.
So apparently, I've been told that the Divination Distillate is actually very intentional. So it's actually acting as his enduring mana flask.
Oh.
Because obviously he's not going to have that Kid Arena unveil and all the Giga crafted rings, so he's not going to be able to drop the mana flask. And this is a hell of a lot better than just a regular mana flask. So
We do see Ben taking actually quite a lot of damage there.
well, this is 8,000 juice, so this is going to be about as rippy as it gets for Ben.
The fact that he can do that shows how strong the build is defensively.
Yeah, I know he was. My
Wow.
God. Yeah, this is great. I'm not even the one playing, and I'm getting the dopamine, dude. Holy.
So I'll be very surprised if we don't see any mage bloods in the gauntlet, and honestly, a mage blood could take you very far here.
Yeah, I know Ben was complaining about his damage. He was a bit worried because it is corpse based, and so going from red maps to white maps, his damage gets completely obliterated. But he's still able to handle 8k juice. It's not, it's not super smooth or anything, but a little bit of kiting and he'll get by. And
Yeah.
he is staying in that Oasis as well, so it's not like as rippy as yellow maps would be.
Yeah.
And no, he is on a 6th link now, so he actually managed to get 1500 fusings to bench that 6th link.
And then he split it.
Yeah, normally I would personally never ever tell you to bench. It is statistically bad. You will end up using more fusings over the long run. However, in a race scenario, you only want a 6th link. You don't want a 6th link. You don't want to wait for your 6th link longer than you need to. So if you don't want to risk it and get unlucky and spend like 5,000 fusings and not get your 6th link, that's going to ruin your entire run there. So he's going to play it safe, bench the 6th link, although he does do it smart and he splits it. So he has 2.
And another cool that's like a very important thing is that you will be getting quite a lot of Valdos. Sorry, you will be getting quite a lot of Voidborn keys.
You'll be getting quite a lot of those Voldo maps, yes.
Yeah, Valdo is tier 11. It actually is something that got changed. When the Valdo puzzle boxes was first introduced, they could actually drop during the campaign. Because I got my first one in Act 4? Act 4 or Act 8, I got my first one. And then they did pretty early in the league, switch it to tier 11 plus. So maybe like day 3 or something of them being in the game. So that is different from the Voidborn keys because they can still drop during the campaign. And a lot of our players are going to pick up the Voidborn keys while doing the MF. And honestly, the biggest thing they could pick up there is most likely the Maven Flask. And then after that, it would be things like Mage Blood, etc. But the Maven Flask will make it so easy to actually go MFing in yellow maps. And just, you are quite unlikely to die then.
Look at the loot.
Steals.
I love it.
Oh
it's
my
beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Not a very strict filter.
So I want to know what Ben's building. So Ben is currently playing a Necromancer. So he has Armor and Evasion, Determination Grace, Barkskin, and Temper Shield with Bone Offering and Mistress of Sacrifice, giving him block, armor, and evasion. I believe Ben said that block is bad unless it's free, or like on top of everything, which in this case it is. So he has all the layers of defense you would normally have, and block, in which case it's pretty insane. So...
yeah, it was a very meta back in the day to get a life on block shield, and Bone Offering used to have a lot more life on block on it. So with a life on block shield and the old Bone Offering, I believe you would be getting anywhere between like 500 to 1,000 life every time you got hit. And then we had a very strong glancing bow back in the day that would be less damaging than
we
now.
should help Ben loot.
There. You can MF later, Steel. You can MF later. Addict.
I love it, dude.
And a really good thing about this as well is all that raw currency is going to be picking up a lot of scours. He's going to need a lot of regrets. Ben especially is really known for like respecking his character massively between every fight, sometimes using like 50-60 regrets just to kill one boss and then another 50-60 to kill the next one.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll attempt to make a filter for this, because obviously a lot of these uniques aren't going to be needed for his run here in the Gauntlet. He could pick them up from alchemies, but if he's already running the Wildwood, he's not going to need to do that. So maybe he'll make a filter just for this. Depends how much he's going to actually run.
Yeah. And then later today, I will be making an attempt. I think I'm going to do a Shadow Trickster, and I will be making a run through the campaign, which I will stream.
Yeah, and worth pointing out, he can't get Mage Blood, Defiance of Destiny, etc. All those items are actually locked one tier above. So.
Let's get Pilly on the main screen instead of SPB maybe, or Garotha. Sure. Wow, very good damage now with the Val Flame Blast. I guess he wasn't using that before.
Or he wasn't able to get it up.
Yeah, oh, he couldn't get it up. That does happen to the best of us.
Relatable content.
Oh, I divined it.
And it went down.
So this is Merc Lab, so maybe he's just farming this. Maybe he just wants to do the fun. And he's already done Atziri, so Merc Lab should not be a big issue for him. So he's most likely farming quality on gems or something. Or maybe gem XP.
Could put Ben
Gemnies
here, maybe. Pele is a chieftain. He was actually despairing a little bit, as we mentioned earlier, because he was competing against the Bone Shatter Juggernauts, and even though he was at Atziri, he managed to still lose that Atziri Flash Bounty to SBB just because SBB's damage was far, 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 far greater.
Yeah. Does Merclub count as a campaign or a white map? Merclub counts as a white map, so it is very safe, and a lot of people are farming that early. So as soon as you get to Act 10, you do have that unlocked for the next characters as well. See, Ben's fighting a soul leader here. Could be very scary.
I don't get how Ben is getting so many uniques. So I guess if you're not actually familiar with how, like, what is actually happening on Ben's screen right now, I guess I'll just full screen while I explain this. So the Wildwood is our league mechanic for this gauntlet, and basically each wisp amount will increase the difficulty and rewards of the monsters. Each wisp has its own like effect on loot. The purple wisps affect rarity, the yellow wisps affect quantity, and the blue wisps affect currency. The current map we're seeing has about 7,000 combined use, which is a well above average map. I believe average you're looking at about 3, maybe 4k, and so anything above that is quite exceptional. We have seen it go as high as 14k, but me personally, I think my record's about 12.
Kali's Fang.
Yeah, and so you can see
Corrupted.
because this is 7,000 juice, he is getting things like Tainted Pact, Arakali's Fang. Like I said, this is quite an exceptional map. This is well above average. I think you'll see a map like this maybe probably every 8 maps, roughly.
Yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't pick it up at all, but I guess there's no reason he's going to use it, so.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants.
He does not want to boss with Arakali's Fang. Or maybe he will pick it up, I don't know. Maybe not. Nah, he doesn't want it. No.
Doesn't even look at it. Uninteresting. Based. I agree.
Yeah. Now, based off the Abyss here, those... so the actual, like... So, you can call it clever use of mechanics here, but So, for those of you who don't know, rare monsters have... how would you describe it?
Conversion.
Yeah, conversion. So it's not guaranteed, but each mob can drop a conversion, which is why you'll see stacks of 6 links drop, stacks of alt, stacks of divine orbs occasionally, uniques, like all that those are our conversions that will happen
XP
occasionally.
even.
Yeah, gem XP. If you've ever had your gems like all level up at once, even though, you know, not just like the same gem, but all your gems literally pop 1 full level, that's actually a conversion. Well, you could call it like arch nemesis or nemesis system that will pop. And because this mechanic interacts with that, it can cause those conversions to drop way more loot than normal. So you'll see like 1 billion of like, you know, you that's why you might have seen those clips of people dropping like 100 divine orbs, or, you know, 1,000 fusings of 1 pack, or those massive wing scab explosions that we've seen. And this mechanic, because it interacts with that, it's just crazy. So...
Yeah, so everything will be converted to that, and then you get a big explosion. And he is rolling +2.
Yeah.
On the
map. He's actually going all in here. This mechanic in particular is abusing the fact that more monsters will spawn from Abyss Spires if you roll multi-proj. The count is affected by that stat. Now, it is unfortunate, well, I reckon unfortunately, it is not working in the Gauntlet. It is purposefully disabled to avoid pay-to-win and private league modifiers. So unfortunately, this is not just a free Magic Find League, as I would have liked. That would have been cool. But you can still roll it the old-fashioned way, and that will multiply the amount of rare monsters you get from your Abyss Spires by 3. So you can see he's using the full MF strategy here to get as much juice as possible.
Yeah, right now it's getting a lot of yellow. You really do want to... Personally, I was really enjoying getting a lot of purple. Purple will also add additional projectiles. Notice he is not picking up rings, so he's not even thinking about getting something like a lore weave. Not even in his plans. A lot of people are going to be going for a lore weave, I believe. So doing this to pick up a lot of rings early is nice. You will really notice like Voidborn keys when you get a lot of blue. But purple was my favorite just for like spamming uniques. And this is what we're expecting to see a lot of today and tomorrow. And then we have a map explosion conversion there for Garotha.
Yeah, we're seeing multiple Gauntlet competitors do this now. Um, each competitor is going to have their own goal with what they're getting here. Some might just want to get those 6 sockets and fusings to get a 6 link. We might see some people go for divine orbs, all those maybe those just lucky drops. A lot of those really, really good drops are going to require yellow maps, and a lot of the races are avoiding that because yellow maps are so much more dangerous than white maps. But things like Defiance of Destiny, for example, could be a possible target for the competitors.
I believe we'll see a lot of Taste of Hate, coil farming, and honestly, things like that Death Rush as well. Very good, especially for effective HP. There is a lot of fist damage in the Gauntlet. And if you're very careful with what you're rolling on maps, then yeah, there won't be that much elemental damage. The pen is only during the campaign. So a lot of usefulness there. And then once they get a Taste of Hate and coil, well, I think we will see quite a lot of people magic fighting 73 maps. Want anything from Tesco? Just bawang and bacon.
Well, it's candy and bacon, chat.
Yeah.
A real man's man.
Yeah, well, I mean, she gets a lot of, like, normal food for us anyway without me asking.
And candy and bacon.
Yeah. German candy. It's good.
No, it's not for me.
Well, actually, are they going to use the Divine Orb Zone? I usually play softcore trades and just trade them instead of using. So there's very powerful crafting options called prefixes cannot be changed and suffixes cannot be changed. So you will end up using tens of divines to finish some of the items. Maybe you get tier 1 spell suppression, tier 1 fire res, and tier 1 cold res, but maybe you have no prefixes, then you need to do suffixes cannot be changed and reforge life or a veiled chaos orb. So we will be seeing that a lot, especially on rings as well. So, yeah, we're all good. Thank you. We are going to be wrapping up the cast pretty soon. We are just planning both today and tomorrow, doing 4 hours roughly. And we will do more whenever there's something exceptionally exciting happening. But right now, I mean, this might be very exceptionally exciting to Steel Mage because he does love magic fight.
Full screen bed! Full screen bed! Look at his loot! Oh, he's magic fighting!
But there will be a lot of white map farming in the next 2 days. I was surprised to even see people in red maps at all until day 5. And then we'll do some longer casts once people start getting ready for bossing and things like that. And I will be trying to do the campaign pretty soon here. But and maybe we'll get convince Steelmage to try it as well. So we can... well, I mean, he's not going to beat me, but you know, well, we'll see. Look at all those rares.
Mm-hmm.
See, Stilo just wants to do it to MF now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to play my hand and, you know, everyone realize I'm so washed. I'd rather, like, people think that I'm good than actually, you know.
Nobody thinks that.
What's the word, chat? The saying where you shouldn't speak to reveal your stupidity or something. You know the saying?
I know what you mean.
It's kind of like that. I shouldn't play to reveal how washed I am, you know?
It's better to let people think you're stupid than to speak and remove all doubt.
That's the... Yeah, it's like that, but with skill. So... Oh, no, dude. You just revealed it? No, I mean, you know, what if I'm just being very humble and I'm actually insane? You know.
To be fair, he is actually a very good player.
He just has to say that because I'm in hidden distance.
Actually, really happy both of you are casting. Such a good closely stream. It's very good. Very fun. Very fun. But I think we'll wrap up the cast there and do some sponsor shoutouts at the end. I think not just me, but I think we're all very appreciative of all the sponsor support we have received. The prize pool is over $30,000, which at least for me makes it very exciting. So please join us in thanking our sponsors. Shopify Rebellion being the absolute headline sponsor, doubling all donations still today. So if you do want to donate to the prize pool, it will get doubled by Shopify Rebellion up to $25,000. Absolute legends, and they really paved the way for everything here. None of this would be happening without it. So absolute thank you. And we can play a few ads at the end. Let's give Starforge an ad. This is a really hard gauntlet, and that means you need a really hard computer. And nothing is harder than the Starforge logo. Whether you want a cheaper, efficient PC on a budget or a top-of-the-line PC and go all out, Starforge has got you covered. So check out Starforge on the link down below and get your PC today. So Starforge is one of the sponsors for the Gauntlet, and we do have some cool bounties as well to find a Void Forge and a Starforge, and a very, very hard logo. And so thank you so much to Starforge for sponsoring the Gauntlet. We super appreciate it. And we'll move on to the next sponsor, Display, which is you can see in the background as well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Gauntlet. Make sure you check out the Displate bounties, especially the Displate bounty. And as another way to support the Gauntlet and everything that we're doing, we have Displates and loads of different custom gauntlets. So make sure you check them out. It's a great way to support. And the link is down below in the description. So sadly, they are not edible yet. I did try, and it is code Zizaran, and you can support the Gauntlet that way. So definitely look into that if you do want some wall art, and they do look absolutely sick. And they are, you can get the past ones available as well. And that's something you might have seen in the background of Steel Stream. It does have quite a lot of displays. And then we have Max Roll as well, joining us as a first-time Gauntlet sponsor. And I'm sure a lot of people in chat are familiar with following Max Roll guides. And they are doing article updates as well, if for those that want to see like a text-based overview of a lot of things that have been happening so far. So a huge thank you to all our sponsors. We super appreciate it. And the biggest thank you of all goes to chat. Thank you so much for watching, participating. So this goes out to you. And I hope you're all having a blast in the Gauntlet. I hope you're enjoying the event we've put on. And a big thank you to everyone behind the scenes as well. Like we have a lot of people helping there. So thank you so much. And we're going to find somebody to host. Let's see. Maybe throw people over to Garatha, give him some love. I don't know how long he's been on, but I think if the mods can throw Garatha a raid, and then we'll end with that. So from both of us, thanks so much for watching, but more importantly,
try to die
less than I do.
does.